of people are here. It's a good environment.
We want to set up here today to kind of showcase the community.
Are you trading up just because you want to have that high-end card to sell, or you just want to hold it just to have it?
But is it processing or are we
Gambling.
Is it gambling? I took the perspective of I need to get to know more people and like have conversations with.
Is this one of the things like, oh, you want to make this deal? I'll put you on my video. Like, nah, I'm okay.
Y'all ready for Dr. Strange? Just a question. Are you ready, bro?
See, and then he had it signed by him.
No, when they cut Darth Maul in half, I literally yelled out, "No!"
If I would have known BGS has more value long-term wise, I think I would have went that route.
But do you have certain cards that you know you're going to hold on to?
Yeah, FD, man. I'm in it for the long term.
What's up, everybody? What is going on? Sunday, June 11th, 5 o'clock, really 5:01 Pacific Standard Time in the PM. Glad that everybody's here. JD should be here shortly. What's new and exciting? We're coming at you an hour early. Just this week, just an hour early. Typically, we start at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today is 5 p.m. Anybody got anything new and exciting that they want to talk about? Tomorrow's Game 5, NBA Finals. Who's going to win? If Denver wins tomorrow, series is over. 4-1 win. Some people predicted that. I predicted Denver in 6. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong. I have some people that I know I talk to regularly. They think this series is far from over. One of those individuals is JD. JD thinks that it's still going 7. Miami's got to really pull some basketball out to get that thing to go to 7. JD, what's up?
Ooh, what's up, baby?
We were just talking about the finals game is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You predicted Denver in 5. I predicted Denver in 6. But you predicted Miami in 7.
I know, isn't it crazy how that thing changes so fast?
Yeah, within a week, man. The whole series is different. Start to maybe even possible ending. So
it's crazy. Well, I mean, if I'm the Heat, they better go out with a bang. But I mean, it's gonna be tough though, FT, honestly, for them to even come back. But I mean, we'll see. We shall see tomorrow.
So today you have JD the Collector with 2 exclamation points.
Woo! You believe it's raining in June, FD? Well, I don't know if it's raining over there for you.
Rain where I'm at.
Oh, it is raining. I don't know what's going on.
Is it like pouring down, or is it just a little?
It's like sprinkly. It's a little sprinkle.
A little sprinkly. Okay.
Dang. But it's just crazy to me that how this Denver team, man, if they win after, people are gonna be talking about them the whole summer.
Maybe the whole summer. The question is, are they putting together a dynasty, or did they win?
That's what everybody's gonna be talking about if they got a dynasty going.
There's still a team in the bay called Golden State, right?
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, Jokic, man, he changes a lot.
Until you get an answer for him.
Yeah. He's 28. He's going to be 29 next year. Yep. I mean, technically, he's in his prime.
Yeah, he's in his prime right now. Brendan says, hey, FD and JD, the Prophet.
I'm going to use that next week, the Prophet.
I like that, JD the Prophet. I like that.
I'm telling you, FD, if they win tomorrow and then they win on Wednesday and then they somehow win. Wait, so when will Game 7 be? I doubt it. Wishful thinking, right?
Check this out. When is Game 7?
Game 7 would be on the 18th on Saturday, or
okay.
Is it Saturday or it'll be? I don't know. Let me check the calendar. Oh, it'll be next Sunday.
It'll be Thursday, Sunday.
Damn.
Hold up, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday. They wait a week.
They trying to stretch it
out. Does that seem right? Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think just because of the travel.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that.
That's 3 days. 3 days each.
Oh, maybe when I was back rooting with Mike Jordan, there wasn't no Game 7.
Yeah, because tomorrow, Monday, Thursday, Sunday.
It's interesting. I don't think we got to worry about that. It'll be over before that.
That would be the funniest thing would be if they find a way to get to Game 7. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
Oh, hold on. I
Miami,
gotta ask Brendan, what is the origin of JD the Prophet?
I don't know. I just
Sounds cool. What's the origin? Brendan is out.
I just think
Brendan
it's crazy. Like that means they gotta go coming out guns firing. They
Well,
gotta.
yeah, I mean, Bam can't shoot 30%. Bam had a game where he shot 22 shots and had 21 points. That can never happen.
Oh, that when was that on?
That was the
Yesterday.
game. Was that the game before last? Yeah, it was the game before last. It was a game on Wednesday.
Damn.
Bam had, let me tell you his stat line. Bam shot 7 of 21, had 22 points. He did have 17 rebounds, but you cannot shoot 33% and have 22 points. Can't do it. Now, he wasn't the only person that, Jimmy was 11 to 24 with 28, and only one other person was in double digits. That's Martin. What happened to Caleb Martin in this series?
You got shut down.
There were some people making moves on eBay and other places. Hey, man, you got that Caleb Martin? You got some Caleb Martin? I saw some NTs of Caleb Martin. You got some RPAs. You got some Caleb Martin. That was a question. But this is sports. This is what we talk about. You do well, people watch film on you, and then do you do well again? And then if you do, and then they watch more film and you still do well, you're approaching great, then later GOAT status. There's only some people that do that. Just like we saw Jalen Green has a problem with dribbling to his left. It's proven. It was proven last year versus Golden State, and it was proven in this past series. He has an issue driving, dribbling, doing whatever to his left. He will lose control of the ball, or he'll run someone over. And if you know that, and you push that guy to his left, is that going to change next season?
I mean, he knows his weakness. They're supposed to work on it during the off season, so I hope. I mean, he needs to.
Oh, Brendan, his prediction of the finals. Only time will tell.
Dude, don't let me be right. We're gonna have a problem. Only time will tell.
So we want to jump into, man. What are we talking about?
I mean, if it's true, if you want to talk about your boy,
who is that?
Your boy, Zayn.
No?
That dude, wild. And there's a picture of him. There's a screenshot of him in his what's his baby? Not his baby mama, the other girl. What's her name?
Yeah, it's hard for me to keep up with these names. What's the name?
I think this is Morris or something. Is it Morris? Let me
Double
see.
M? That's how I call her. Double M?
Yeah, Double M. You know, Zion's gonna pay her $107,000 a month to be his side piece.
Hold up. Where are you getting this information from?
It's right here. It says, "Thanks for the gifts you gave me last week, Zion. Not sure why you wanted to make me upset again. It's all good. You have responsibilities now. You'll be mad too if 107 monthly allowance may have to be cut off because of a baby trap. And no, I'm not posting all of this receipts. And he's posting like he has like let me show you.
Well, I saw what he has $20,000. I saw that.
No, he's gonna give her $107,000 to be his side piece. $107,000 to be a side piece. Gee, Zion is a.
Hold on, let's break this down. Was that for 6 months, a year? What was that for?
A month. So he's gonna be there for. She's gonna be there for a year, I guess.
So
she'll be a billionaire.
She was gonna pick up over $1 million a year.
Just being a side. Oh my god, she's like mashed potatoes and corn. Unbelievable.
So how did the other person? There's a third person.
There's 3?
Yeah, there's a young lady. I do not know her name. I guess I should have probably briefed myself on this situation. But there is a third person who came to games. This is the young lady that took the picture of his back.
Oh, Zion dirty. Zion tripping. Zion is sloppy with it, FD.
And
oh my god.
She said in some statements that Zion likes recording things, but she wouldn't allow him to. I really just did I did brief reading on this. I dig into stuff. I get up in. I didn't really go deep, but this is what. Are you reading about the third person?
No, I didn't even know about. I know I seen the video of the back and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's she brought that information forth. There's
Mm,
also a video of her sitting courtside doing a game.
man, that's wild. He should have took her to cheesecake, like Drake said. Oh my god,
So what
this
did
is
hold on. What was Drake's verse?
no. It was He said, "Why you always argue me at cheesecake?" It's I said it wrong. Zion tripping FD. That's all I'm saying. 107,000 a month. Oh my god, she's making six figures for doing nothing.
Well,
What a time! What a time!
this is my thing. So this is where how
Mm.
prevalent is this in pro football, baseball, basketball? How prevalent? This is pretty prevalent, right?
I think basketball is probably the most
You think so?
biggest sport because I mean, uh,
I think I've heard
easier.
stories of every sport.
But I think basketball has to be at the top, right? Or
Is it guaranteed money? Baseball is guaranteed money.
yeah, but who wants? I don't know. I don't think. Well, maybe, but baseball players don't make the same much as like basketball players. I don't know. I don't think so. I never heard any story.
I think baseball players make us
I
better
never,
making much as basketball players.
I never seen like the cutest baseball girlfriend I've seen was Kate Upton, and that was it. That was like a long time ago. Oh, I mean, Derek Jeter got
Really?
this. Actually, Derek Jeter has a starting five, but I'm just saying, like, I still think basketball players just I don't know, they just wild and
So
everything.
for everybody in the back that may not have heard that, what does a starting five mean?
So
To make sure we're breaking it down now.
all right, so the starting five is your point guard. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Starting five is the player like you have one. You have I don't know. It's so crazy. After the Zion incident came out, on my TikTok feed was talking about the starting roster.
No,
So it's go like your number one is like the main, like your star, your LeBron James. Your number two is like your who would be number like AD. It's good, but always has issues. You know what I'm saying? So that's perfect. Always has issues. Always got a problem. Number three will be just like has big games, has big time, big games here and there. Number four is just like steady, just steadily just being there. Then I guess number five will be just when all else fails, you just call number five, and then some people even got a bench. FD, I was a bench. You got six man. I was like, these people was wild, but they say the number one is supposed to be your closest to be your wife, the main thing, like your Instagram, and then everybody else just falls under.
Okay.
So Zion got like a full team supposedly. I'm not sure though, FD. Don't quote me, but the way he's moving, FD, woo.
Well, I was listening to Gilbert Arenas, and I try to watch what I quote from Gilbert Arenas, but
But he keep it real though, FD. He keep it real.
He keeps the Gilbert Arenas real.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, the guy who brought guns in the locker room and then got checked by another teammate on guns. I don't know. I didn't know what he was doing, but he was talking about that this stuff is very prevalent. I mean, it was him, some other players on there, and this is pretty much known. I think the thing that Zion didn't do was have someone sign the NDA.
That's what you were telling me, NDA.
Or check for cell phones or some other stuff they were talking about.
I definitely would have got an NDA. It's a free non-disclosure agreement. It's not that hard. You can make one up, honestly.
So people would know that if there was an NDA signed, these social media messages are not posted anywhere. Anybody's talking about
it. They'll get sued, right? They're able to sue them.
Yeah,
whatever it may be.
Yeah,
unbelievable, dude. That's crazy. Zion tripping. He should have got that NDA rolling. But he just got caught up. But you know what makes it so bad though? Is just because he's not playing. So like now people are speculating like this is why he's not playing.
So people are speculating about him sleeping on the bench.
Yeah,
just a whole bunch of stuff. The health of Lloyd.
Now it adds up. Now everything's just adding up on him. It's just crazy. It's just crazy that
And so let's fast forward into the future. Let's say next season starts and we get to like February and Zion is still can't play all those games, hurt, something's going on.
mm,
What are people gonna start saying about this guy?
it's probably more. I mean, I did, like you said it best the other day. You said now he's got paid. Like he doesn't care anymore.
I believe this is just me though, and it's not just Zion. There are players who have an intrinsic value to playing a sport, and no matter how much they got paid, they're going to give their all to that sport. And none of those players we know who they are. There are
Mm,
some that we may say, man, that's a great player here and there, or he has a great game here and there. But you probably still know something about them or who they are if you follow the sport. There are players like Harvey Grant back in the day. You know, Harvey Grant is the Grant from Portland's father, Horace Grant's brother. He was with the
the twin.
Washington Bullets. Pardon me?
Yeah, his twin, right?
I know they're brothers. I don't, maybe they are twins. But he was with the Washington Bullets back in the day, signed a very big deal, and dropped off almost the face of the earth. Like his game just went away. But before that, he was playing almost like his son. He was an offensive player who could play defense, and you knew who he was. He was getting better and better and better. They signed that contract, gone. There are boxers, there are basketball players, football players that we can name
Mhm.
that once they get the deal, they're kind of gone. And these things that we're seeing from Zion is, I just think that we all have 20. I say this around here. I said probably pretty much everywhere. We all have 24 hours in a day. If you're not on your craft, you're up late, you're distracted, whatever you're doing. How do you get better? I still say I haven't seen a consistent jump shot from Zion Williamson.
Mm.
Is he working on that?
I don't even think he knows what it is. He jumping something else.
We see
He jumping on something else, FD. Come on now, FD. You know, don't start. He jumping and don't talk about slamming. He's slamming on something else too, FD. Don't
wow.
he's doing
But
his thing right now.
this guy takes the ball to the cup.
Oh, yep. He
He
doing everything.
doesn't do anything else. So
He
I don't
just
know. I would
he's
like
just
to hear
smarter.
from. We're gonna go through some comments here, but I'd like to hear from people who are holding Zion cards. This is just one sliver of the conversation. Just
He ain't doing it. It just makes me mad. This dude was promising, and now this dude's not. He's focusing on FD. I'm telling you, if this fails, he might just be. He
I'm
might
just gonna
start
tell you.
OnlyFans.
I'm just gonna tell you, and I think I have a track record of saying this. I don't think anybody would say, "Oh man, FD just popped up and started saying this." I never saw anything in Zion. I just never saw that.
Yeah, not even at Duke when he was bullying, and then not in high school when he was bullying those little kids.
In high school, I mean, he was his development. He was a grown man. Yeah, you see stuff, but I don't see the transition from Duke. I don't see a guy who's elevated his game. I don't. What do you see from him where you feel like he's elevated his game?
I still think coming out of because it was out of Duke, it was RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, and Zion. There was one more person that came out. I don't
I never
remember.
saw anything in Cam Reddish either.
Oh, that's what I was gonna get at. I thought Cam Reddish was gonna have a better career because in terms of shooting, but nah. Who would have thought it was RJ Barrett? I mean, as of right
Well,
now,
we
RJ
still don't
Barrett.
know if it's RJ Barrett because RJ
I
Barrett
mean,
went
the
to
way he playing,
the playoffs and disappeared.
I
So
mean,
we
yeah,
still don't know.
he's
We
been
just know
consistent though.
RJ. We know RJ is on the court.
Yeah, I mean that goes a long way though.
It does. I mean, we talked about that. It does.
I think him and Tyro Hero is probably the most successful players out of that class right now.
But yeah, they are. I would not disagree with that. And
Man, it is
but
crazy.
also think about who we're talking about. RJ Barrett and Tyler Hero, who both have not done much.
I mean, Tyler Hero run 6 man a year FD.
Oh, okay. I don't keep my 6 man of the year ticker. Okay. I mean,
he's done his thing, but
he's also shot very poorly from the field.
Oh yeah, speak on that.
Extremely poorly from the field. Let me look up some numbers because I don't want people to think. I never want people to think that we're just slandering someone. We're just going off numbers. And typically numbers don't fabricate. Let's look up field goal percentage. So I've been checking, just so everybody knows, last night I was digging in some data, and I've been checking more of BPM.
What is that?
Hold on here. Plus minus. Basketball.
Oh, plus minus.
Yeah, I've been checking more of that on players. But to get to what we were just talking about, for his career, he's shooting 44% from the field. Tyler Hero.
Oh.
From the three, he's shooting 38. Free throws, he's shooting 88. So his free throws are on point. He's got to get his field goal percentage up.
But that's just him being young and taking dumb shots.
Yeah, he takes if you watch, I would give him that. Shot selection is probably where he needs to spend his time.
But I mean, with that team, I rather his bad shot selection is probably the best shot selection. Out of that team.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but in his terms,
he is trying to get it done. It's just that when you play in the Steph Curry era, Klay Thompson era, you see guys taking shots that are going in. You're taking shots and they're not. And one could say whatever the reason is why, but
I'm just saying, whoo, FD, it's just crazy to me. Because I mean, you're right. He takes bad shots, but again, just the situation he's in, he's probably, besides Jimmy, that's probably the best person you want to shoot the ball. So
probably so. The Reverend shaking my head, more money than sense. Baby mama stripper.
That baby mama.
I just call it double L. I don't.
That baby, dude. But how you get so sloppy like that, man? He has.
What do you mean about sloppy?
Like, how you get so sloppy? Like, if you messing with, you see, I can't say. Then you're messing up the Broco. But I'm just saying, like, dude, you grew up with social media, so you should know like the pros and the cons of everything. Like, I don't know. I just think he's wild. I just think like he should have been a lot more smart.
But there have been a few things said. There have been things that he doesn't like any kind of condom use or anything like that. He likes.
Oh, what the hell? He said that?
Yeah, these people have said that. Yeah, these people who have spoken up have said that.
Oh, Zion definitely a female.
He also likes to film things.
Oh my God, Zion a trip.
Yeah, I'm just stating facts.
Ooh, Zion a fiend.
I'm not embellishing. I'm not making stuff up. I'm just stating the facts.
Wow. Zion definitely tripping for real.
And Reverend, yes, there are 3 from what I understand. Could be more, I don't know, but that's what I've understood about it. Dave G says basketball has just gotten horrible. I have no joy when watching it anymore. It's a different game. It's a different game than what I saw in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, that's because of social media, though, FT. Like, social media is taking over the game.
See, this is another point. You bring up a good point there. Social media today brings us closer to the players.
Dude, imagine MJ or Dennis Rodman if he would have went to
That's what I'm saying.
Vegas with Instagram or like TikTok.
We don't
back
know.
In the 90s.
We don't know. We can even take it back. What would have been like in the 70s with football players, in the 60s with Jim Brown and Fred Williamson and other players? What would it have been like?
But is this a different time? Like, it's totally a different time from what it was back then,
Like there's a well-known story. And Fred Williamson has confirmed this because I've met Fred Williamson a couple of times, asked him a few questions. And he's confirmed this in some interviews. There was a party that Jim Brown and Fred, and this is straight truth. I'm not making anything up. I respect Jim Brown. Jim Brown recently passed away. I would not say anything about him that he has not confirmed and Fred Williamson has not confirmed. Like there was a party that Jim Brown had that Fred Williamson came, and there were only 2 men there, only 2 males. And there may have been up to 30 people at the party.
Damn. But he had an NDA though. Right.
I don't know what he had, but what I'm saying is he probably could have. But there was no social media. I think my point. I'm just trying to make a point, like you just said. If there's social media back in the day, how does things change? We weren't that close to players. Players could get in that locker room. I'm going back to a time where there weren't even reporters in the locker room interviewing players.
Yeah, like you said, the only way you find things out if you read the paper.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy. Ooh, can you imagine that, FD? You got you don't know what's going on. You gotta wait till the next day. If that, then 2 days later, like you're so behind in terms of like just trying to keep up with all the shenanigans that's going down.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Zion Williamson is 22 years old, just signed a $233 million deal. I don't know.
But this is all off the court drama. You
Yeah.
know, all he has to do is just come back next year and just ball out a little bit. And, you know, go crazy on the court.
Double M talked about how he doesn't eat right and drinks soda a lot.
Damn. No comment. He need to get this shit together for real. I don't. That's to me is just like, dude.
To me, I look at this as speculation. People have speculated, what's up with Zion? And this kind of pulls the cover off a little bit on some stuff that may be up with Zion. That's what it does.
And it's crazy. And people love this man too. Well, I mean, granted, when the hobby went through that boom, like this is the premier player you have to chase, right?
Him and Luka were leading.
Well, I think Zion was more loved just in terms of like his organically just growing through social media with the whole dunking on like 5, 6 kids, dunking on 14-year-olds. So I feel like his following just grew as he got closer to the league, and then once he got to the league, it was game over. Everybody loved what he did.
Yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
He grew. Like, is this the same thing with the Ball brothers? We all watched him grow from 14 to whatever their age is now. So like, I feel like people, I don't want to say relate to him better, but kind of understand the journey that he's gone through. Because I mean, imagine if Luka went through that. Like, people don't even know who Luka was. Did you see that interview when it was with Paul George and what's that guy that the Rev likes? JJ, Triple J. They didn't even know who he was draft night until he walked on the bus. There's like a clip he's saying like they heard of.
Hold up, who didn't know who he was?
The whole draft class. There's a clip on Paul George's podcast where he's talking, and he was talking to Jaren Jackson Jr. that they didn't know who Luka was. Like, they just heard stories of Luka. They didn't actually know who Luka, the player or person, was until they actually met him that night of the draft.
I gotta put that on. If that's true, I'll put that on Triple J. Everybody knew who Luka was. I knew more about Luka where I sit than Triple J.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know who the hell Luka was.
Oh,
Maybe that year I wasn't really paying attention to basketball, because I didn't know. I was like, "Who the hell is this?"
Well, also in that interview, Triple J talks about he's with Izzo. Izzo puts Draymond on the phone because Triple J was thinking about coming back to school, and he puts Draymond on the phone. Draymond's like, "Man, what the hell are you doing? What do you want to be drafted at? Like, who are you talking to? What are you doing to get drafted higher?" And Triple J was like, "Who is this?" Like, he didn't know who Draymond Green was really. And then he started realizing that if you go to Michigan State, it's like a fraternity where vets look out for you, talk to you about stuff, make sure you're properly prepped. I put what you just said. I put that on Triple J.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you got to know your competition though. Going to draft, you got to be
Luka
like.
Was well talked about, man. Nobody knew what he was about. That he was about to do what he's doing, but he was well talked about
for sure. No one knew what the big homie was doing.
I always loved those conversations between the actor that's on there. I can't remember his name right now.
Jackie Long?
Yeah, Jackie Long played ATL. I met Jackie Long one time.
He's from Pasadena?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that either.
Yeah.
You met him?
Yeah. At a movie premiere he was in. Low budget, like a B-level movie.
When you were the executive producer?
I have pictures of that. I should be able to
executive producer F. Dizzle?
I'm gonna dig those pictures. There's a picture with me with Jackie Long.
But you were the executive producer, right?
No, not that.
Oh.
No, that was a movie that I was thoroughly involved in. This is a movie that was an independently made. This is a movie he made about rapping. He was a rapper, and there was also a Caucasian rapper. You got to see this movie, man. It's actually pretty good.
Is it a wannabe 8 Mile?
To me, the 8 Mile scenes where they're battle rapping. It's all about battle rap, and it's battle rap in different areas. So yeah, it's 8 Mile on that level as far as battle rap. But Jackie Long does to me, a great job. One of the best acting performances I've seen from him is in this movie. And I'm pretty sure I have a picture with him or a picture of him. But I had a picture with the director of the movie and the Caucasian rapper that was in the movie. But Jackie Long is, when you see him in person, very quiet dude, very quiet guy. But when you see him on this podcast, him and Paul George are cutting up.
Interesting.
But Paul George was quite interesting.
Have you seen any Paul George's stuff?
Huh?
Have you seen any of his stuff recent, like his
podcasts?
Yeah.
Most podcasts I don't miss.
I think his stuff is like, maybe because it's recent and he's still active. I think his stuff is better than Draymond Green in terms of the people he's bringing in. Well, like, okay, let me rephrase that. It's two different things, but I like.
They come at it a totally different way. They come at that thing a totally different way.
I like who the people he's bringing in. I mean, he brought Jalen Green. He brought in Triple J, like the lady from just the Aces. Like, it's cool. It's like a cool.
That's this whole podcast. So Draymond a lot of times is giving you what he thinks.
Yeah, he just gives you the analytics and the basketball. But Paul George,
to me, Draymond pulls the curtain back more on what's happening on the court.
Yeah,
than Paul George does.
Yeah, Paul George is more. His stuff is like more laid back, like
trying back just talking. And he still says Damian Lillard shot in his face is a horrible shot. That's the thing. Some of the stuff that Paul George says just cracks me up.
I mean, hindsight, it was a bad shot, but now fast forward,
But JD, is it? Don't get Paul George a way out. Is it a bad shot?
I mean, if he makes it, if he missed it,
but he made it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like,
if that's the case, a lot of stuff that Steph is shooting is horrible.
Oh, definitely his stuff is horrible, but
is it? But is it?
Yeah. I mean, FD, come on, baby. You know damn well.
If you're consistently hitting the bottom of the nets.
No, I agree. But
I'm shooting 47% from the three, and you're shooting
in his terms,
not horrible shots.
In his terms, no. But if you see like Patrick Beverly, somebody that can't shoot, then he's the way Stephen Curry is. He's breaking the rules of the game where he's making it. Yeah, he's making it to the point where it's just like it's okay. Because I mean, like you said, it's in the bottom of the net every time. So you see clips of Steve Kerr, he goes like, oh, and then when it goes in, he's like, okay, whatever. But I mean, it's not okay. How do I explain this without? It's not a bad shot in his terms, but the moment
for everybody else.
Yeah, but there's certain moments where there could have been a better shot for him.
I think Dame Lillard is on his resume can shoot that shot in front of Paul George.
He could, dude, but FD, that shot was so tough. I'm just saying, like,
what was tough?
That's like you said. There's only 3 people in the league that could do that,
and Dame is one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Now, what he should have said is, "This a horrible shot for me." That's what Paul George should have said. If I took that shot, somebody better put me.
Yeah, he would have been out of. Well, he already got kicked out of OKC, but I just he says that a horrible. But he did his thing though, FD. I'm not mad at him at it. Okay, I'm just saying, like Damian Lillard. I'm just saying it's not a bad shot, but it's not a great shot.
It's not a bad shot for that.
For him, dude, it's just crazy. If he misses that, it's a different.
Who you want to shoot the last shot? Dame Lillard or Paul George from the 3?
I guess Damian Lillard. But I'm just saying, like, it's the time, the moment.
All right.
At the moment, you might not believe this, but I think Paul George is a better skilled player than Lillard.
When you start saying skills, bro, it's like, I don't know what that really means.
I think he brings more to the game because he's able to play defense. It may not be productive, but he can play both sides of the court. Paul George is just in an area where there's too many good players in his position around him.
Well, Paul George is shooting 43%.
You don't like PG, that's why though, FD.
No, Paul George is shooting for his career 38% from the 3.
Oh, PG be killing me, dude. He really be talking like he's a Hall of Famer too.
That's what I said. That's what makes his podcast hilarious to me, because he talks about stuff as if he's on that level.
Yeah, man.
As some people would say, as
if
he.
Where do you put PG anyway? Where do you put him? Top what? 15.
You talking all time? What are we talking?
No. I'm talking about right now in the league. Where do you put him?
As a 2 guard?
No, just in general. Just the player.
Just as a player.
Just the Paul George. Just like what he brings to the game, like his skill and his game.
Oh, Dame is shooting 37% from the three.
No, but I'm just saying, like, where'd you put Paul George? Top 10, top 15, 20, 25, 50?
He's not high. He's not high for me.
Did you say he's like top 30?
I would have to really sit down and get on my list. He probably is not top 30.
Wow.
We're talking about,
the
bro,
disrespect.
how many teams in the league?
Disrespect. There's 32 teams in the league.
There you go. So you saying I could pull some. I don't think he's top 30. No.
Wow, that's crazy.
On average, that's one player per team. No.
He's better than any player on the Magic.
Yeah, but there are some teams with two players that are better than him.
The Rockets. I'm just going. I don't know. I could say he's top 5. Top. After bad, I would probably say
Paul
like
George
top
right now, man. You talking about right now, not Paul George? Because to me, the best Paul George was in Indiana.
Oh yeah, PG-13.
That guy right there before he broke his leg, and that guy was something else.
When he dunked that. Remember that run he
had
had
when he playoff series against Cleveland?
In Miami. No, it was Miami.
Oh yeah, against Miami. That's what I meant to say. LeBron was there.
Dude,
that was a special player. That is not the guy that we see today. So you're asking me about today, right now. I don't know where he's at.
Because I'm just saying, FD, this dude, when he was in Indiana, he was a baller, FD. Like, he is crazy. When he dunked on Bert, like, he was going toe to toe with peak LeBron at that point. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know what the hell. Oh, and then he played an exhibition game, and then it went down here for a little bit.
Well, that injury was. I didn't know he was going to come back from that.
I just think he's like top 15, 20. I don't know. Like you said, like after bat, it's really hard just because Jokic jumps back in there. Complete Jokic and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And people are even saying
Paul George up versus Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I'm taking Jimmy then.
Yeah.
And then like even Jamal Murray's getting like this points of being like a top 5 point guard in the league right now.
Jamal Murray's better than Paul George.
Yeah, FD, come on, man. Don't live in the moment, big fella.
I'm not living in the moment. I watch the Clippers all the time. I'm watching the Clippers now. And that's because I really like Kawhi.
You like who?
Kawhi.
Oh.
That's all I watch.
He is. Damn, that's a good one. Jamal Murray or PG. Let the viewers decide.
Well, I put the poll up about. I heard some people saying that the Joker is dominant. So who's more dominant, him or Shaq?
Oh, well, we know this, FD.
Well, some people don't know it. They asking the question.
Wait, I didn't even check your little comment thing too. I didn't even check. I just put my.
Everyone said Shaq. Uh-oh, Richard says Herbert is on the clock this year. Big John says he's rolling with Jimmy Buckets. Big John, you think Miami can come back and win this thing?
Interesting. I didn't see.
Dave G says baseball players make more money.
Oh, I don't know.
Baseball and football have people way off the field. So hard to see this. Basketball has them courtside. But the Reverend, I think if they're way off the field or courtside, doesn't matter. It's about what we're doing after the game.
Dude, but who would want to hang out with a baseball player? Like, honestly, it's basketball. It goes basketball, football, and then baseball, maybe.
JD, are you speaking in terms of JD, or are you speaking in terms of someone who's there to see someone playing the sport?
I guess both. I'm just saying, like, baseball players, I don't think baseball players get love like that.
They get guaranteed money. Man.
They do? Fuck. And then that's a different story.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know they get guaranteed.
Bro, when people sign for $200-something million, he's getting $200-something million. It's not an incentive-based program, or if he gets hurt, he still gets paid.
Wow. Fuck, babe. I did not know baseball was guaranteed.
Yes, sir. So that might negate how close people are to the field or not. I mean, I don't know. But I do know the money's guaranteed. Let's see what's up here. Big John, what's up? In any sports, whether they get drafted or call in, what is Junior talking about here? Don't know. So what would you tell Jimmy Buckets that would help him with getting more hobby love? I don't think there's anything he can do. Win a championship. He probably to win 2 or 3 championships.
Yeah, but look at Luka. Well, maybe because Luka's still in the beginning of his career, so people are prospecting.
Yeah, but
But
Jimmy has had a history of performing at one level in the regular season
yeah,
and performing at another level in the playoffs, and not allowing you to get that hype up during the regular season because he's averaging 17 points a game.
mm, mm, mm.
Right? Am I wrong? Isn't that what Jimmy's averaging?
About yeah. Damn, I just don't. I think it's just crazy to me that he gets no love at all. Like none.
Jimmy on his career is averaging 18.2.
Maybe because he hasn't won anything yet.
I mean, it has a lot to do with it. He got there against the Lakers, lost in the bubble. He's getting back this year. He's most likely going to lose.
I don't remember the last time I seen a Jimmy Butler card anyway, like in the show.
Oh, I've seen him in shows. I've seen him in shows here in LA.
Which one, like his Prism or like just random stuff?
Read some stuff. I think I've
Really,
even seen some of his cards at Burbank.
like his Jimmy Butler Prism. That you talking about that one, right? His 2012.
Yeah. Red Bulls jersey.
Man,
Red Bulls.
there's a gold Jimmy Butler PSA 10
On
for
eBay?
29. Yeah, for 30,000.
Yeah, I saw that. Now,
Oh,
what was that price a year ago? What was that price before the playoffs started?
I don't know, it's probably less 75% of that, if
That's
that.
right. That's right.
Imagine if you had that though, like just randomly, like just picked it up out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
but how do you get it sold, bro? You got to get down to Miami. You'd have probably been. I mean, how you get that sold? That's to me. Unless you know someone that knows someone, that's a hard card to move.
You're not gonna get that price. You're gonna at least get like at least like under 10 for that for sure.
I still under 10. You gotta be able to get that card moved. You got to specify amount of time. If you can cash that out at that time, you won.
I think at least. What do you think? We're ideally that'll probably be like what then 5?
I'll say 5 or 7.
Yeah,
I would
even
think that's legit. That's just me though.
excuse me, even the Bam Adebayo gold Don Russ optic is still on sale right now. I
You
mean,
know,
there's
I
a one.
told you before the final started. I feel bad for that guy.
Who Bam?
He can't do anything with Joker, man. No matter how much he tries.
I mean, no more.
He's trying. You watch games, he's trying.
He's trying.
He's not out there chilling. Bam's putting in minutes too, man. He's not barely comes out the game. Do you remember watching the finals game and you're like, man, where's Bam at? He's in the game.
I mean, he's playing well. It's just that his opponent is just outplaying him by 1,000%. You know what I mean? It's just like the plus and minus between that's crazy.
Like the last game, he played 44 minutes, bro. And Butler played 45. Both of them guys are playing minutes. They're not coming out the game.
I know, and they're trying. Like
They're trying.
that's what
I see Bam with his hand up. I see him jumping at shots. I see him taking foul. I see him all over the place. Just can't do anything about that. He's not hand down, man down. He's aggressive on the offensive end. And it's probably why his shooting percentage is lower.
I mean, he's playing. They're asking a lot for him, but I mean, at the same time, I mean,
Who else do they have? They're bringing Zeller.
That's what I'm saying. So like, they have to. Unfortunately, he has to play at that level, you know, and that level is like really, really hard to sustain too, especially if you don't have like
every other day, every third day, playing 40-something minutes, top level basketball against a guy who's the 2-time MVP, about to be Finals MVP. I told you before the series started, this guy's gonna. I hope he knows when he was holding the Eastern Conference Finals trophy. I hope he knows what's up. What's coming?
If they do find a way to win though, it's. I mean, that was like up. I'm
JD,
not gonna lie,
you know, if they come back and win this series, this is some of the most historic sports round that you have ever seen in your life.
Better than the 16 and 17 to 16 Cavaliers, or what? I mean, it has to be.
It'll be right up there. I
It
mean,
has to be FD.
it would be. I mean, I'm talking about going cross sports. This is like when the Red Sox
Better
came beat the Yankees.
don't say it. Don't you
Yeah,
said it.
I'm gonna say it.
Unbelievable. You actually said it.
I'm gonna say it. Yep, I'm screaming from the mountaintop. Like when the Red Sox beat the Yankees.
Oh my god. But they find I don't know. I mean, it's a big what if, but right now, I mean, that's a huge mountain they're gonna have to climb, and if they find a way to do it though, I just think like you said, that's probably the biggest upset ever.
You know
'Cause
what?
that
I'm gonna tip my hat right now to the Miami Heat for even being here.
oh for sure. That
And to me, they have accomplished so much for even being here.
oh man.
With
Speak
4
on that.
undrafted players and Donald Haslam that's just sitting on the bench.
What does that say about the Eastern Conference? Like, you know what I mean? Like that like you don't really like remember I was telling you like having a super team is not the way to go anymore now?
Well, I told people all year, Middleton just had knee surgery.
Oh,
He
for
was hurt all year. And if he was not healthy, Milwaukee was not going far. Did I know they were going to go out in the first round? No, absolutely not. But they weren't going far. They weren't going to go to the finals. He's intricate to what they do. And then I also told you your boy was going to be exposed.
who?
The top 15 two-way guard.
Oh, here you go talking about my boy.
I told you he's about to be exposed because he's weaker on the defensive end than he is the offensive end. And you can get in his head. So when Butler started talking to him, it's game over. Junior says that any sports, whether they get drafted or called in, you can't jump in and buy a car. It's risky. Well, there are some people that we jump on and we buy cars, and it's quite risky, but we're good with that. A lot of players, it's a code of personality. Richard Perez laughs. What's up, FD? Justin Herbert on the clock this year? I don't think it's just Justin Herbert. I can name a few.
He definitely got to be on the. He has to be on that clock though. FD.
Yeah, there are a few quarterbacks that are on that clock. You want me to start naming some people?
No, I mean you can
There's
name
some
them.
people before Justin Herbert that's on the clock. That's got to get it done.
But who do you? I guess we jump in.
I can go down to New Orleans now. There's a guy down in New Orleans that has to get it done.
Oh, FD, don't be surprised, my homie, the big homie, the vroom vroom, start the car about to win that division.
But he better if he does not.
I mean, I still think
he's about DC people.
Start the car. They know who I'm talking about. I was gonna say the best quarterback, my favorite quarterback. I just think if he don't win that division, FD, then there's a problem.
I'm just telling you.
This is his year where he has to win a division. Like, he has to.
Herbert needs to get some stuff done. Carr needs to get some stuff done.
But Herbert's still young, so he has a little.
Lamar Jackson needs to play a full season.
I think he just won the MVP like 2 years ago.
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
you ever heard that Janet Jackson song? What have you done for me lately?
No, my favorite song is
Do do do.
How's that song go? Oh my god, I just have this song in my head. It's an old song. I mean, you will know what song it is. It's from the Control album.
If it's old, then I wouldn't know it.
Was it it goes like let's wait a while. You know that one?
Oh, you like Let's Wait a While?
Woo! Zion should listen to that song.
Oh wow!
That's what Zion got.
What about that song? We don't have to take our clothes off. What's that guy's name?
I don't
Jermaine
know.
Stewart. You know what I'm talking about.
Woo, man! I'm just saying, Zion got to listen to a little bit of Janet Jackson because he got to chill over there. But nah, I just like you're right though.
I think there are a few quarterbacks. I'm gonna say Lamar Jackson.
Oh my god, FD, are you serious?
Lamar Jackson's played a full season, man.
Damn, this dude has won MVP, and then he's like,
yeah, he has played a full season.
He's doing things.
He's got to get you to the playoffs and not be on the sidelines. Is what I'm saying.
That is
but
true.
He can take some time off during the season. He can take some games off if they're solidified and he's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But he can't get to the playoffs and be hurt. Can't do that again. Who else could I name? Pickett. Pickett's got a.
But I mean, it's like, are you saying it's just terms of like the expectations or like the hobby or both?
Because, no, I'm talking about ball right now. I'm not talking about the hobby.
Oh, because I don't Kenny
I'm talking about
Pickett.
football.
I just don't think Kenny Pickett. I don't think. So what? Second, third year?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
about to be
think.
Mitch Trubisky if he doesn't show up. He's
So
going
you
to be
think his
bored.
expectations are like high?
Yeah,
I don't. To me, I don't think anything of him anyway. I don't think. I think this is his year where he
I
has
know
to
you
play
don't, JD,
decent.
but he was drafted by the Steelers.
Well, but I
He's,
don't think the expectation level for him is that high though.
he,
Well,
was,
from
he was their top quarterback pick, man.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't think the Steelers are expecting him to take him to the next round, to the next level.
But who
But
did?
we'll
Who
see.
are that? Then that person is not in the organization.
I guess
Who is?
not. I just don't. I don't know. That's a good one. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm saying he's going down the Mitch Trubisky road. He's about to be on another team. Then he'll probably get benched middle of the season, and then Kenny Pickett will be a backup.
You think so, FD? That's so crazy.
It just
I just
happened.
feel like it's too early
What
for
just
him.
happened to the Jets quarterback from last
Who?
year that people were talking about? Jets quarterback.
Oh, Zach. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I feel bad for
what happened
him.
to that? This is what the NFL does, man. They draft
Yeah.
you don't work out. Where is Zach at now? He's a backup to Aaron Rodgers with the Jets. And if he cannot get something done, he will be gone.
No,
Or
what's
he'll
that
stay
dude's
back.
name? Malik Watson. He's a perfect example. He's gone.
Yeah, they only give you a short amount of time, man.
That's wild.
They must have looked at him in practice and said, "This guy can't throw NFL football. Can't throw the pass we need or something." We haven't even seen him.
Damn, I don't know though. I
You
think
have a lot of
you're right.
around.
I think you're right with where Herbert's spot on. Herbert's spot on, especially for the people in the hobby. I feel bad for them because if you don't do, I mean, he's a Charger, so I hate the Chargers. So I don't think anything of him. But this is the year where he made the playoffs what twice already, or so, or once.
Yeah. He made the playoffs last year. They make it the year before.
Oh yeah,
Remember
you know why?
he came down with your boy DC put him out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know why, right?
Yeah.
My boy, I was on.
And then
Remember,
DC didn't go and do anything.
I mean, we should have beat the Bengals, but they cheated us. But
It
anyway,
was the Super Bowl. So.
FD, there was what was it? There was a touchdown where it shouldn't have been a touchdown. I forgot what it was, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Hey man, whenever somebody says there's a touchdown that shouldn't have been a touchdown,
no, it shouldn't.
You have the Dallas Cowboys somewhere saying we scored, we got robbed.
Oh no, it was a catch. It was a catch. It was a catch. That's Brian. Happened.
And it's also Megatron somewhere saying, you know, I really scored on the Bears that time. I put my hand. So there are people out here who can claim the other side.
But for sure, Josh Herbert is what I mean. Josh Herbert, Justin Herbert's number one for sure. He's number one. If he does horrible, then thank goodness.
You know what? With him, if he does horrible, he's still going to be starting quarterback next year.
That's true.
If he does just what he's done, he will still be the starting quarterback next year. And I think his boy from North Carolina State, who left, who was the Chargers' old quarterback?
Who? Phil Rivers?
Phil Rivers just showed him that. You can be okay forever, still be a Chargers quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean him. Who else? Who else is like a? Who is people? T-Law. I think T-Law has high expectations this year.
He does, but he's also a guy who can do exactly what he did
and be okay.
He's in Jacksonville, man. He's in a small market. He can get hit a little bit. He can do exactly what he did and be okay, both in the hobby and in football.
And I think Justin Fields is going to be like one of the big names that we're going to be hearing a lot.
Now, that's the question to me. Let's say I want him to do very well. Let's say he doesn't. Because I still think
for being a Bears fan, you don't really like support.
I'm the real. I still don't believe
support Golden State more than anything else.
I don't believe they have put enough talent around him.
They got that guy from
Carolina.
They're
going to use him as a scapegoat.
They put
DJ Moore around him. Who else does he have?
I'm just saying. I just love him. I love him a lot, but
yeah, but name his receiving corps.
I can't.
And that's what I'm talking about.
I can't. But after him, I think you go to Daniel Jones as well. I mean, they set him up perfectly. FD, his weapons is like really top tier now.
Really, who does he have?
His receiving core from last year. I can't name them, but they're good. Okay. And then you add Darren Waller in the mix.
Watch how that's going to be defended this year.
Yeah, and then who else? Tua, obviously.
Oh, hold on. Where's Saquon Barkley at?
Oh, I mean him too. That's what I'm saying.
Is he back with the Giants?
Yeah, he's practicing.
Hopefully he stays healthy. Because
I'm just
if
saying.
Saquon gets hurt, Daniel Jones has major problems.
Even Geno Smith, like a lot of these
But
these
you know
quarterbacks,
the Jets are not silly, right? So they signed. No, excuse me, not the Jets. Who was Geno with now?
the Seahawks.
The Seahawks. They signed him to an incentive-based contract.
Yeah, they're not betting on him long term. Come on, FD. They ain't fooling me.
Hmm?
They signed me off or whatever he said.
You
They
said
gonna
they
run
wrote me off, but I didn't. Something like that. It was a
Yeah,
phrase that was very
yeah.
catchy.
I didn't write. They signed me off, but I didn't write back or whatever. I just
Oh, let me find this. I gotta find this.
and then even
Very-
Jalen Hurts is up there. Like, is
Jalen Hurts is gonna do his thing.
you think so? I'll do it. I think Jalen Hurts is probably like one of the best players in the
Yeah,
league
he's
right
gonna
now.
do his thing because he can do both. And
I think what
take chances with the football.
I think with him is not besides everything he could do on the field is what his mentality is. His
That's right.
mentality is
That's right.
strong.
He's centered, bro. He grounded. Hold on, let's
Yeah.
hold on. Let's
Yeah.
get
That dude's a leader.
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back though. That's the problem. I ain't right back. Let's go.
He knew he had something when he doubled up with it. They
Yeah,
wrote me
but
off. I didn't write back though. I didn't write back.
he had that written for years.
Geno. But hey, I'll say this: Geno Smith came out last year and proved himself.
Dude, but you know who's in the same draft class as Derek Carr? Like he was like, I think he was. Let me just double check. I don't want
I
to
think he was.
or no, a year before. Dude, FD. You know, honestly, when he was having the success with the Seahawks, I thought it was a different Geno Smith. I didn't think it was a Geno Smith that got drafted to the Jets.
Thank God, man.
Oh my god, this dude had a bounce back career for real. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he won comeback player of the year, and
I'll let you know what he
all
did.
this-
Though. Who did he get with? How did he center himself? What happened?
I just think it's just the coaching staff believed of him. I mean,
I think it's deeper than that.
it's some little consistency too. I mean, he was with the Seahawks for like 3 years before he popped off.
I'm pretty sure he changed his preparation, changed a bunch of stuff. How he watches film. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, I just don't know how FD this dude is. He was probably borderline gonna be out of the NFL. This dude's
get back up are gonna be gone.
This dude played 10 years in the league. 10 years in the league. And he's success. I mean, I'll consider his career successful as of terms of like
Oh,
what
he's very
done.
successful. Very successful. Demetrius
I
said,
just-
and we're rolling. Good to see JD again. Demetrius.
What's
said,
up, D?
Brendan, I had high hopes for Terrence Ferguson back in 2018, but he didn't have the juju live and live and learn. I don't even know who Terrence Ferguson is.
I don't know. That name sounds familiar.
Oh, gotta find out.
Oh, it's a basketball player from OKC.
Yeah, OKC?
Yeah.
He's 25 years old.
He's out the league, FD.
What happened to him?
I don't know. Beats me. See, the thing with OKC is FD though. They're gonna draft really high, but if they don't work out, OKC is next. OKC said next. I mean, he was drafted 21st overall in the 17 draft class, and then after that, he was gone. He's barely in the G League right now.
What happened to this guy? He get hurt?
He just didn't play. I mean,
Okay.
you got to think SGA came in a year after, like 2 years after he got
Yeah,
drafted.
but dude, you can't find a home. That's a guy right now with Denver. Has been in the league 18 years with 13 different teams. It's still in the league.
Who you talking about, DeAndre?
I can't remember his name right now. There's a guy about to run on ring that's been in the league for years.
Oh, Jeff Green.
Was that his name?
Yeah, the guy that got drafted by OKC.
Yeah.
Or by Boston, then got drafted to OKC. This dude, Uncle Jeff, 36.
Yeah.
He's been with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 teams.
Yeah. Brenda says, "Are you freak shaming Zion?" No, I wouldn't say anybody's doing that. There's no shame here. We're just stating facts. At least that's
I mean,
what's been put out there. I wouldn't call it shaming. Demetrius, hell, man. Reporters used to know about the president's ladies, and they wouldn't write about it. Everything was different back in the day. Well, social media changes the game. Brendan says presidential treatment. I'm a privilege. I'm still shocked at how long reporters kept Tiger's private life private. Well, Tiger had a whole plan. Tiger had a whole.
Dude, I don't even.
Tiger Woods was checking into fancy hotels on one floor under Tiger Woods, and on another floor under an alias name.
What? That's
You
real?
you don't know anything about this? Yeah, this is real. This is
No
real.
way.
Yeah.
That's not real.
Yes, it is. And then he would have his bodyguards. People don't realize
Tiger
there's
Woods
been other
was
athletes
crazy.
where bodyguards play a huge role in what is going on. He would have his bodyguards take people to the other floor.
No way.
Yeah,
Tiger Woods.
bodyguards play a role, man.
Tiger Woods was doing his thing. That's what he was doing.
Hmm.
Dude, Tiger. That's crazy though, because he really didn't have any like issues besides the whole, his little. I wouldn't say scandal, but his little shindig. He really never had like a problem, like that we know of.
I mean, that could be for many reasons. But Brendan said, wasn't Tiger on the guest list for the Epstein Island? That I do not know. It's not hard to see why they kept his life private.
Dude, he's just smart. I mean, unfortunately, he's just. I mean, unfortunately, he's just. I think he's more mature at that. And you know what it was too. He just had a steady. I don't. What was his parent? I forget. No.
Did you watch the Tiger Woods HBO documentary?
Mm-mm. But I just feel like his parents play like a big role, right?
You should watch the Tiger Woods HBO documentary.
Did he? I don't know. I don't want to say if he didn't have both of his parents, but I just feel like he just had a better upbringing.
Well, he had both his parents.
Okay, then there it is. There it is.
You should check it out.
I think Tiger Woods was mature for his age when he came up. I just think when you have both parents on you, there's no. And he got married at a young age too, right?
Yeah, you should just watch the HBO documentary. It's very informative, and it's got the final blessing by Tiger Woods, so it's actual and factual.
Damn, this dude Tiger, 47. Do you have a Tiger Woods auto by any chance? Because I still want one.
I have a Tiger Woods auto on something, but not a card. You know, JD, if we put the way we're on these basketball cards, if we put our minds to that, we both have one.
I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, his
stuff is not. It's not like.
I just want to have one.
I would like to have one day too.
I mean, his stuff ain't pricey, but
it's not super cheap.
Yeah, that's how I want to get at. It's like,
it's right there.
I mean, it's still like up around the 8 to 1500 raw.
Yeah,
but I just feel like, and
but you don't see a lot of it raw. You don't go places to see this stuff raw.
But with his stuff though, it's all on card.
Yeah,
everything's all on card.
Because Upper Deck doesn't play that game.
Upper Deck don't play. I mean, I think the year you have to chase is 2001. That's his rookie year. I think.
Yeah, but if you said I wanted an auto, there's some affordable stuff. Now I do have an Arnold Palmer on card auto.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, I'm looking at the market right now. I mean, the graded stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously when you grade, you're gonna pay a premium price. But I haven't gotten to any raw yet. Yeah, there's no raw, but I haven't got. Yep, there it is. A $600 card. It's at 600. There's like this cool one. It's like a Tiger Woods 8x10 photo with the auto on it. It's going for $2K. PSA 10, which is probably. I'm gonna send this to you right now. I think this is pretty cool. I mean, it's a big. I don't know if it'll hold its value long term, but I think it's a cool piece. Like if you really love Tiger Woods. But it's a sticker though. But I still think, it's a nice shot. I'll definitely add this card to the files if this was still a thing. Where is it at? Yeah, Tiger Woods stuff is like really like crazy.
Like a Woods.
Because he only signs with Upper Deck.
What's that?
He only signs with Upper Deck, so super rare.
Jose says, "What I don't understand how people go out and spend all that money on drafted players when they haven't even done anything yet. Have to be very careful taking on these gamble on the." But Jose, I mean, we could split hairs, talk about that till the cows come home. It's about opportunity, and it's about how risk averse is one person compared to somebody else. Yeah, it's no different than any other investment or something you're buying. I know people that say I would never spend more than $35,000 on a vehicle. Every day I go on the road, I see a lot of stuff more than $35,000.
Yeah, it's.
So,
I mean, if you got my whole thing is if you got it. I was telling my 4-year-old daughter today. She probably don't know anything, but I was just telling her like the difference between what my wife does in terms of like buying vintage clothing and what I'm doing with sports cars. It's another way of investing and saving your like having money in different places. So if you got it and if you're able to, you don't need to spend X amount like how everybody else is portraying to pay like 15, 20,000, whatever you could, whatever the cars they're buying. You could pay like $50 and let it just sit there and let it go up in price if the player does well, or you could grade it. There's other ways of like, making your money. Is just you just gotta be like FD said, you gotta know one like the market and just do your research and then just go off what Marco always says, buy what you like. There's a lot of things that go into play with this stuff, but you just gotta just do your diligence because you could be in a hole so fast though, FD. People don't realize if you don't really take the time and do the research on certain players or a card, like background and everything.
well, yeah. I mean, those are the things that are important to me. Character, I talk about it a lot.
Eric,
Trying
definitely.
to understand who this person is as much as you can today, and it's still stuff that you still will never know.
Yeah, I think you're the only person that I never thought character was a big
Oh, bro,
thing.
it's huge.
Ever since I started talking to you, I think character became more. I add that into what I'm looking for because I mean, Zion and Ja, come on, dude. Their character is probably if you put them at a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 0. Maturity, character maturity is the same thing. It's just different
But
ways.
you do, but just be aware now that we know about them at this point. So, but there are people out here doing the same thing.
Yeah, but they just unfortunately they know how to cover their tracks, or they
Mhm.
just not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
And maybe somebody can
maturity is
argue
big.
that's another level of maturity, but I don't know.
Maturity is such a big thing. I mean, you're giving a 21-year-old, 20-year-old 100 million. Like, come on, FD. Imagine FD having 100 million at 20. Woo, you about to be wild then.
Like I said, I think I said the other day, if that was me and I was getting that kind of money at that age, I would have to move my parents out with me.
But
We would have all
but people are
people
not
left their
thinking like that.
jobs, people would have came out, and would have started making decisions together.
You have to at this point. Wasn't Kobe's parents were well, I mean, he was 18, so they signed his contract, but I think
They were-
Kobe's parents still managed him throughout his
Now I
career.
think the rift became when they tried to, especially his mom, tried to continue to make decisions for him, and Kobe didn't want that.
I mean, he grew. I mean, that's just growing. Like, his decisions, the decisions started becoming his parents, not him, as he got older. Because I guess, as you get older, you meet and become more successful. You win 3 championships by the age of 24. Like, you're having different people coming at you about this and that. So of course your mindset.
But I do know some families that you're never too grown, JD.
No, I
It's not. Please don't come up in here talking about mom and dad. You know I'm grown. Nobody's listening to that. It
no
doesn't
one.
mean nothing up in here. So,
I still think I think your parents' value or their input should always be top priority.
if you got parents that y'all have that kind of rapport with each other, yeah. I mean,
Well, my
I've had
parents always
parents
got on
where,
me about saving FD.
yeah. There have been many conversations throughout time. Even now, I talk to my mom and I'm learning something. So,
Yeah, I never realized as I got older, my relationship with my parents got a lot better in terms of like I'm not this immature teenager or whatever I was back a few years ago. I just feel like the older you get, the more you appreciate the stuff that
did you say a few
parents.
years ago, JD?
I was like 21, like 5 years ago.
Okay, I saw you said
I'm just, and plus, as you get older, you appreciate. I don't want you to feel I don't want you to get mad when I say this, but you appreciate older. Or
no, I'm gonna get mad. Maybe somebody standing outside the door where you're at is gonna get mad. Not me.
I honestly like
When you said the word older, that doesn't do anything.
I really rather talk to my inner circle or the people I look for advice for are 10, 15 years older than me, just in terms of like they've been through it or they've seen it. So like it's easier for me to go to them instead of talking to somebody my age. Like they don't know it's totally different. So That's just me. Like as you get older, you appreciate a
That's
lot
the
of things
wisdom you
more.
got there, bro. I agree with that.
The wisdom is just because you don't realize how much things that you could avoid if you had somebody there.
I'm always trying to give you the
Coaching.
cliff notes to this thing, man. They're trying to
Yeah,
give you the end of the story right now.
that's
So
why
if
you
you
gotta
don't
have an
want that,
OG.
yeah, if you don't want that and you just want to go get this thing yourself, okay, you'll find yourself setting yourself back.
Yeah, then you start realizing, damn, I should have. Trust me, there's a lot of people in my life should have told me a lot of things. Where back in my day, I was just like, yeah, okay, And then what do you know? A few months, or years later down the line, fortunately, what that person said came true, and then now you're looking like, damn, I could have avoided all these headaches. I could have saved more money, blah blah blah, if I would have just listened. Because wisdom's like the hardest thing could be found to be fine.
You know what? You know what was a good teacher for me. So we used to, as I said this before, we used to leave Chicago, my brother and I, and we would go to Mississippi for the summers. This started when I was maybe 4,
Mm-hmm.
went until I was maybe about 8. So we
Uh-huh.
spent like 3 or 4 summers in Mississippi, and we would spend time around people with very limited school education,
Uh-huh.
formal education, but PhDs in life.
Ooh, that's the biggest degree though,
You know
FD.
what I'm talking about?
That
So
master's
that would
degree.
be people, man, who had labor
Nothing.
jobs, people who
Uh-huh.
worked in steel mills. I met older men who had lost fingers working in factories, and they would
Mm.
show me their hands. And I was an inspiration to them to be a generation that was doing something different. And they would drop knowledge on me. They would tell me about a whole bunch of stuff, men and women, that didn't have to volunteer anything to me. They weren't related to me, but they knew my father growing up. They knew my grandmother. They were in church with her. They wanted to tell me stuff. They wanted to tell my brother stuff. We were. I know I was listening. Believe my brother was listening. We compare stories sometimes now, but I admire those people and would listen to them. I wasn't the kind of person that was like, "Oh, well, you only went to 3rd grade, so what are you telling me?" Not
Oh
at all.
man.
That
Don't
that,
don't be
that wasn't.
surprised.
So fast forward, right? I go to grad school,
Mhm.
and I'm learning stuff from people that are custodial workers on campus, folks that worked in the community, some people I met in the city that I was in. So the moral of the story is, to me, it doesn't matter about what's your formal education when it comes to what can I pick up from you, what nuggets can I take that's going to help me on down the road.
No, for sure. Right.
That's how I feel,
100%.
and it's the same way in the hobby. I can walk up to a young person that's 12 years old. I have before it shows where they've dropped some stuff on me that I did not know. So I'm gonna write them off because they're 12 and they're at the show. I'm not listening to you.
But sometimes those 12-year-olds be snobby as hell, FD. I mean, I
I've
agree.
never had that, bro. I've never had anybody come up to me snobby.
No, I'm not saying come up to you, but like this. So I'm at a table. I'm not giving you an example. I'm giving you an example, not an actual scenario.
Mhm.
I'm at a table, and then down the next table over, I just hear like a 12-year just yabbing. I'm like, damn, dude, like it just comes off snobbish, and this I guess the approach is different because as a 12-year, I feel like you should be a little bit more um
Listening or
respect, like humbling. You know what I mean? Don't come off so arrogant because sometimes like people don't want to listen to a person that's so arrogant. Like it's just
but is that scenario? Is that do you see a lot of that?
I don't see. I think it's more.
I feel like I don't see a lot of that.
I don't know. It's like 50-50 because sometimes I see kids that are respect. They're just trying to be respectable to the person, to the seller, whoever that we're dealing with. And then I hear some kid coming over just talking that talk. I'm like, yo, like you're like 15 or 12, like I don't know. It's different. I guess it's both sides what I hear, but most of the time it's more of the 15-year-old kid coming with like a $20,000 car. I don't know. We're just talking that talk. I'm just like, yo, chill, like.
I understand. Then I would suggest shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I agree. Sometimes the younger OGs, the younger OGs that they be giving game where I'm just like, yo, like, how do you
Yeah.
know this?
Yeah, they tell me
Yeah.
about a player or tell me about a card or how they got this card or something that I'm not really thinking about, but they're letting me know. And I think it's gonna be the same way. Like when Junior grows up, his and
Oh man,
Greg
I know.
and Robert, their generation is gonna be telling me some stuff. So I'm like, I'm not really thinking about that right now, but I can see why it's very important to know it.
No, I
So
agree.
the moral of the story is, if you're in a generation, you're gonna have some generations before you, some behind you. You can learn from both.
Yeah, there's gonna be tons of different perspectives. You know what I mean? Like you're
Oh yeah.
just different ways of thinking. It's just gotta figure out what makes sense. That's all it is. But yeah, I completely agree with that.
The Reverend says only SAS and the like thought Luca was going to be a bust. If you research, you knew Luca was good. Yeah, I heard about the guy. I
I
saw
don't
some
even know who
video.
he was, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe shame on me, but I mean, he's still doing his thing.
But
But
I
like,
never would have thought that Luca would have been doing what he's doing. I thought he was gonna be a decent player, but I never would have
no,
thought.
I think he jumped. He jumped really high though from what did it like him and um him and Trey Young. I think Trey Young. I think Trey Young jumped a lot of steps more than anybody else in that draft class in terms of success, making the conference finals, blah blah blah. Now he's really not. He's struggling to even get to the playoffs. So I just the early success is catching up to Trey because now the expectation just jumps every year. You should be at that
We're
level.
talking about Herbert, Trey Young,
Trey,
and the person that's on the clock.
yeah, which is
I still
crazy.
want to see if he's gonna be back in Atlanta and if he's gonna make it through the whole year.
I mean, I just don't know. But I mean, for me though,
We
FD,
got
I'm
some,
like,
we got
do
some
you
injury
want
action.
to
Who we
as
got?
a would you want to leave though if you got drafted, or would you stay with a team? Like if you're in Trey Young and Luca's position, would you stick it out, be like Dame Dollar, or just force your way out and just try
I,
to do
I was just
success?
talking to a friend yesterday on the phone. I don't understand the loyalty to teams from certain players.
Mm.
So like I don't understand why Dame is still like sometimes he's passive aggressive about well maybe I'm staying in Portland. Like why would you want to stay in Portland?
I
They
mean,
showed
that's
you
cool.
that they're not going to put anybody around you.
I mean,
Who
yeah,
would they put around? Anthony Simons? Who would they put
I
around?
just think at this point, like you just got to dip, like you said. Like
Should have been dipped.
he should have dipped like a good like few hours, like a few.
Portland should be in his rearview mirror and getting smaller and smaller right now.
I
Out like
just
a light switch. That's what I say.
I just think you're right. Like he should have been. I think he should have dipped, like you said. But at the same time, like he wants to. He's just trying to do something. He's just trying to do what Kobe and them did to the terms of like just the loyalty aspect of just sticking it out and just trying to.
He'll be a great player. People say, "What if?" and he'll never win a championship. Matt says, "Hello, what's up, Matt?
What's up?
What's going on? I hope everything's well, man. Good to see you, bro." Big John, Paul George, and Zach LaVine. I'm going Zach.
What? Come on. Okay, MD. Now you just you just don't like PG now.
I'm going Zach. Well, who you going with?
What? I'm going PG. Come on, baby. FD. Come on now.
You positive?
I think Zach has more potential moving forward, but right now I'm taking PG. How, dude? You really don't like PG? This dude FD going in.
Okay, Zach LaVine is shooting 38% from the three. About the
But
same
he's
as
not
Paul,
consistent though.
about the
That's the
same as
only
Paul
problem.
George. Well, I'm going off percentages, bro. Same as Paul George, shooting 51% from the in 2-point shots, shooting 46% from the field, and shooting 83% from the free throw line. All those numbers are right up there with, and he's averaging.
But he don't play. I mean, they both don't play. But I just feel like
What you mean he doesn't play? Zach
Zach.
LaVine played in 77 games last year.
Oh, it did not feel like it.
Oh,
It didn't.
it to me, I watched a lot of Bull games.
It did not feel like it. I
I think it's a valid question about Big John. I'm
nah,
going
man.
Zach.
I think if you want to, if you want to go with that younger term, then you probably go
Younger.
Zach.
How old is the guy?
Isn't Zach like he got drafted? Oh, he got drafted 14. So it's
Zach
probably
LaVine was born in 95. He's 28 years old.
it's 4 years younger than PG.
Yeah. I'm going with Zach LaVine, man. All these numbers just point to Zach LaVine.
That's a crazy. I don't know, big fella. I do not know.
Okay.
That's a good one.
We're not talking about We're not talking about Paul George.
No. I mean, I agree. Like, I can see why people will ask that question, but
And I'm not a huge Zach LaVine person,
really,
but I'm just looking at what I'm looking at.
are you not a big Zach Levine person?
Because sometimes I think he frustrates me when he sells for the jump shot.
Well, he's not.
He settles for the jump shot.
But his jump shot's not bad though. His jump shot
Okay.
is like solid.
But also, I don't know who can stay in front of him if he wants to take it to the cup.
But I just feel like he's. I
If
don't
you
know.
come
It's
out and
weird
your
though.
jump shot is not on, why we still shooting?
Because back then he could get to that cup like it was a bad, like that's easy to him. You know what I mean?
He can
Boom,
get there
boom.
now. He just chooses not to. And that's the thing that is frustrating sometimes. Especially when it was in this playing game situation.
Interesting.
Brendan says the injustice. Reverend, baseball has the best contracts, period. Yeah, money, they get paid. Jimmy does not self-promote. He does not. And that probably does hurt him in the hobby. Neither
I mean,
does
the big face coffee though. The big face coffee is pretty cool.
what about the Joker though? Does he self-promote?
Joker don't even got an Instagram.
Yeah, so he's doing
But I
what?
think, dude, I just think this is the level of play he's playing at right now and the stats he's playing out just defeats every. He doesn't need to have a personality. People are investing in him because he's good. He's great.
Hmm.
But I just don't
Oh,
think
you
5-6 years.
using the word great for him now? You think
If he
he's
wins
great?
a title, I think if he wins a title, yeah. I mean, I always ask people if he wins a title this year, where do you put him in top 5?
But you know you're technically great before you get a title. At least that's what I believe.
But I just, where do you put him?
That's
though,
why I had
if he wins?
Curry at 9 when he had 3 rings.
But where do you put him though? Like that's what I want. I've been asking everybody that watches the game.
Well,
where do you
he's
put him?
definitely shaking up my top 20 list. He's shaking it up.
No, in top terms of centers.
I'm talking about all time right now, bro. You know,
Oh, you think he's top 20?
Joker's an
he
all time.
wins?
Joker
If
is
he
an
wins.
all.
But Steve
He's
Nash is
about
putting
to
up
win.
these numbers too.
This is like Draymond said. It all depends on what day you're talking about. He's about to win. So
Yeah,
Joker
but
is a top 25, top 20 player right now.
But Steve Nash was putting up numbers, winning back-to-back MVPs, and people ain't talking about him like that.
Yeah, but you look at Steve Nash numbers.
I get it. I get it.
His numbers when he was winning.
I don't think he should have won one. I think Kobe should have won one of those MVPs.
Well, Shaq should have won the other.
Yeah, but Tim Duncan won one, right? I think so, something like that. I just think what he's doing is just like crazy to me.
He's a top player, man. He's different.
But
Like,
I just
talking
think
about Steph being different. He's a different kind of big.
But where is his market going to be relevant in like 5-6 years?
That I don't know. He's got to put something together. It can't just be one ring.
That's what I'm saying. Like all this money that's being thrown on him. Like is it who?
All right, I would say, me personally, on the Joker, I'm kicking back, seeing what he does. Might pick up stuff later.
That's
But you know, I'm patient.
Yeah, you gotta be patient. But I'm saying like terms of like how we talking about Jimmy Butler with that gold. Like, are you gonna be able to move a Jokic card high end like 5?
One championship? It's gonna be.
I don't think so. Like you're gonna have to go to like Serbia or like Denver to sell that card.
Well, you have to go back to his home country.
Yeah, you probably have to go to his home country. You gotta pay like $800 to get on that flight, so you gotta upcharge it a little bit, and then and they don't got taxes out there. I don't know what the currency is like in Serbia.
We gotta see how he comes back next season. What he does. How far do they get?
I gotta wait. For Jokic, I gotta wait because big man is really hard to invest in.
Oh wow,
it's true.
Big men are running the NBA, dude.
Nobody. I know, but in terms of the hobby, like, come on, FD. When's the like? Who's besides? I think Giannis is the only big man that people are like collecting. Besides Jimmy,
because everybody knew Embiid was gonna lose. He wasn't going to the finals.
But Embiid is not. See, Embiid is cool. He's marketable. It's just there's something about Embiid doesn't have that it factor to me.
Because you know he's not going to win.
Yeah, because he should have won that Boston series. If you're the best player, supposedly you got to win that series.
It's the same way with Harden. You kind of know he's not. So we're Harden.
And Harden don't even got a following like that in the hobby either. And he's from LA. Like that's the crazy part. Nobody talks about him like that.
Yeah, because he doesn't win. And then he's with clubs and he's with rappers.
I'm telling you, Zion took a page out of James Harden. He needs to hang out with James Harden. That's what he need to do.
Who needs to hang out with James Harden?
Zion. So he can at least.
Hey, but why don't we talk about Zion should hang out with James Harden?
It goes hand in hand. It goes literally hand in hand.
You don't hear anything about Harden, though.
No, and he's from LA, and we're in LA. Like you don't hear. I've never seen a James Harden card ever in my life.
I've seen some rookie stuff.
I never seen anything. And this dude's did he make the top 75 list?
Yeah, he's top 75.
Yeah, and no one's talking about him. It's just like
because we all know he's not gonna win. Man.
I just feel bad. Like he's a great player, but no one's collecting Mr. Harden.
Let me ask a question about someone that people like to collect. What's up with CP3?
Who likes to collect CP3?
Oh, there are people. I bumped into people here in LA.
Yeah, because they're
I
speculating
was
that he's
trading
coming
that,
back.
and I've seen CP3 cards come out.
They're speculating he's coming back to LA. I doubt it. But he's cool.
Well, this is speculation. He's going to the Bay. I don't believe that either.
He gonna come off the bench.
I don't even know why he would be in uniform.
I mean, he could come in and play. I mean,
No, not
you
for
could
35
probably
games.
you could probably do that. You go Chris Paul, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and
Nobody
somebody.
wants that. Nobody's looking
Oh
for that.
man, sure. If you want to
You
win
want
the
to go out and get a guy who historically makes teams worse in playoffs.
yeah, he definitely won't win the ring. But I mean, you know what the cool thing about Chris Paul is just like he has stuff from Upper Deck and he has stuff. I don't wait. Let me hold on. Let me just make sure I say this correctly. He has stuff with Upper Deck and he has stuff with Panini. So like he's in that bridge of like players that current and still have a signing with two different brands. So which is pretty. I think it's pretty cool. You know, not a lot of players have that right now. I mean, I don't know if that helps him out, but I think that's like a cool thing to have.
Yeah, it doesn't help him for me.
I mean, I mean, he has some cool stuff, but I don't think there's not another player. I don't know if Dwight. I don't even think. Have you ever seen a Dwight Howard auto? I never seen a Dwight Howard auto. Oh my god, I don't even think he's. Oh, he does sign. Oh, see, he has one for Upper Deck and Panini, so he's in the same boat as CP3.
Came out a year before LeBron, right?
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool because LeBron don't even sign with Panini, and I think D Wade's one of them as well. And then Kobe, and obviously Kobe, but like not a lot of players are in that list of like Panini and Upper Deck at the time. You know what I mean? I think that's why people collect them because they're able to collect Upper Deck stuff too.
I guess you know how I feel about CP3.
I mean, I know. I mean, you don't.
It doesn't do it for me.
I just like even Dwight Howard. Wow, CFD. You got Chris Paul, Upper Deck, Tops, and Panini. Like that. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty cool.
Well, when you stay around for a long time, things happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I mean, that credit to him playing for a long time, but being able to have a Tops, Upper Deck, and Panini is like pretty. I think it's pretty.
I just
cool.
wonder if KD went to someone and said, "No, that he's not coming back." Is he? I just wonder.
Oh, they cut him quick. I'm sure KD talked to him talked to the Suns is like, yeah, don't bring him back.
And what did Booker? Did Booker get upset? I haven't heard anything from Booker.
Dude, Booker is like, whoever collects Devin Booker stuff, why?
Hey, I salute him. I had one card, got rid of that over a year ago.
I still want a KD auto too. I still want one.
There's some nice stuff out there that's probably reasonably priced right now. That's rare, that's numbered, and has a jersey.
But see, my whole thing is like, do you want like the Prism or you want like the Tops or the up? I don't think he's with Upper Deck. I don't know.
I thought there were some Upper Deck cards.
Let me see. Oh, he
KD
does.
rookie year?
Wow, he does. Wow.
Yeah,
He has a rookie year for 600 right now.
Yeah.
How much? Oh, and it's the year he out of 50 in the debut.
Yeah.
Oh, his auto is so clean, FD.
Yeah, it's a nice auto.
Well, this one's not clean, but like his auto in general. Oh wow, I did not know that.
I just wonder if his market would ever bounce back to something that's.
I think long term wise.
I don't know, JD. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not. It's really hard for me to buy like a Kevin Durant auto and like put it in the way. It's just really hard. It's just like that's like you said. Is his market able to bounce back? Maybe, maybe not. Like he
don't know.
It's just crazy because I just don't. It's hard for him to do that. Like only players that have that type of like juice is like LeBron,
Steph,
MJ, Steph, Kobe. Like there's only like a handful of players where you could invest in, and you'll get your money back plus more. It's just I don't know if KD's on that level in terms of that.
I don't think so.
Not a lot of players. It's probably less than 10 players in basketball.
Yeah, you got to be the best of the best, man, for your generation as well.
Maybe Giannis. I don't even think Giannis is going to be able.
We got to see more out of Giannis. You're talking about the Joker. Giannis is what a Joker's about to be. in
Oh
a few
no, but
days.
Giannis has done more.
He's done more, but he done more, but he has to. Has he done more?
FD, when you win a defensive player twice or whatever he has, then I think so.
Okay, but he still has one championship.
But he has back. Oh, he does too. Damn.
Yeah,
But
bro.
defensive player puts him on that.
No, well, I don't think the hobby's looking at it like that.
Interesting. Let me
Could
see.
be wrong.
Let me see.
Big John says, JD, you don't know about the Bobby Bonilla day? Talking about people getting paid. You know Bobby's got a long-term contract.
Oh, with the Mets?
Yeah.
That dude is he retired at a young age.
Jimmy and Dame Dollar are the same. They don't worry about hyping themselves. Jimmy also is not marketable.
Hold on, FD. What do you think this Jalen Green optic auto PSA 9 is gonna end? It's at 11:25 right now.
I mean, well, how much more time?
It's like 20 seconds. It's at 11:25. What do you think? I don't see. I want to buy it, but I want to
11:25. So many seconds. I would say 1,500.
No, but see, this guy's telling me this Josh Giddey optic PSA Mojo for 1,200. I'd rather get Josh Giddey than Jalen Green, but I mean, this might end under 15.
You know, I don't get hyped on Jalen Green.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I'm very like, where's it gonna end? Let me see. Oh, and then at 11. Wow, I should have bought it. Damn.
No, I think when you shoot 41% from the field, bro.
No, I know, but like everybody's speculating with him and Udoka.
Okay, Udoka doesn't shoot the rock.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Udoka's going to require him to actually play defense.
Yeah, let me just see where it ended. Let me see. Come on, show me. Because I'm either considering getting this Cade or this Giddey, the Mojo. That's the closest you're gonna get to a gold.
I haven't seen Cade play enough to really know about Cade.
I'm just speculating on what I've seen and what he has in front of him moving forward. He has the tools. Can he put it together? That's how I see it as. But
well, I think Cade has a real deal center.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, is this very? It's a tough because guards.
I was joking with.
Well, I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, it's so cheap. I mean, I'm like, and then at 13.25 FD.
Okay, yeah.
See, now that Giddey for 12.50 sounds better. It sounds a lot better. But I feel like
I think if Giddey just develops that mid range, he's gonna take himself.
That's why I might do it, FD. That Giddey sound different.
Wait till Scooter comes out. You be like, man, it's Scooter Mojo, man.
I might do. I mean, this is the best time. I posted it yesterday on my story. This is the best time to buy any card you guys could afford if it's high end. Because this is Kyrie.
This is why I was going so hard a couple of months ago.
Yeah, because Kyrie's Kaboom first year sold for 2K. If I would have saw that, I would have bought it, FD. I probably would have offered him 18. He probably would have taken it. But I'm just saying, like, this is the best time to like buy something you really enjoy and just putting it to the side. Sure. Or moving because it's cheap. Now, granted, again, everybody has different situations, but from what I've seen back the last 2-3 years, a Mojo should not cost under.
But you know, you can't compare stuff. At least I don't try to compare stuff to those dollars.
No, I know,
but those dollars are a blip in history.
You have, but I'm just saying, like, this 2 years ago. You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. You can't compare, but it's just the history is just like, dude, like, so you know how the market works. The graph usually what goes up comes down and what comes back up. But I'm just like, doesn't make any sense. Maybe in a few years, like you said last night, it might dip even lower. But a Mojo for under 2K auto graded, like, I just think it's a no-brainer.
I don't think, just so everybody out there knows, I don't think we're done dipping.
Yeah,
that's me though.
Yeah, I just think
we're gonna get into 2024. Gonna get way into 2024.
Like, it's I don't know. It's like you said, it's the best time to buy something and hold it because it's just, oh my goodness, it's crazy. Like, it's possible to buy it and like this whole, 20 under 2K for a Mojo, even a gold prism.
But what if the new number for a Mojo on these kind of players is $1,000, $800?
I'm okay with that if it's under 1,000.
But I'm saying if you're paying $1,800 now.
Oh, I mean, but see, that's the thing. People panic. They're gonna panic sell. But
because to me, if you want a card, the card is going to be there.
100%. I know, but if it's just those mojos, the
I'm
gold,
talking
black
about
gold,
rare cards that I would see someone really making a move on. Like how many mojos are there out there? That's a 9 on 10.
25. I mean, it's
That's
gonna be
25
less.
total, but do you have a pop of 10 or 12 that?
That's still strong. That's still a strong. That's still a
Yeah,
strong.
but that, to me, in my mind, that gives me some time to. It's not like a pop 2, pop 1.
Oh, not yet. Yeah, that's true.
You know what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
harder to
That's why I
find
gotta
those
just move on. If I see something that's a pop 1, probably gotta make a move on that.
because it's harder. But I mean, granted, there's three, there's two Kate Cunningham's optic
There's
autos.
2 on eBay right now, right?
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you watching? You watching
Yeah,
him?
I look at everything, bro. Wow.
Yeah, and then same thing with Giddy. I think Giddy only has like a few, but at the same time, is like it's 25 is the closest thing you're gonna get out of 10 for the price for the
I
value.
mean, the
So,
thing that's helping K, we haven't seen him play in a while.
but I mean,
The
you
thing
said
that
it.
hurt
You said it a
K
few minutes
that
ago.
we saw him play
You
recently.
got the best. You got the young best center coming behind him. It's just like he has the tools to be successful. And I mean, let's just be honest. He's gonna be the main man in
I just
Detroit.
still want to know what caused his shin splints.
Yeah, that's true.
I get to the Nance ass on this stuff. What caused his shin splints?
I know.
And is that something that's going to come back? And we're talking about lower extremity stuff. And I haven't. I've done research and I haven't seen anything on that.
That's true.
What caused it?
Yeah.
He's just running. A lot of basketball players running.
That is 100% true.
So that's
Still,
the thing about Cade. I look at him. I want to see him play, and I want to see him get through this whole season.
I think he should, but if he does get it through a whole season and possibly make the play-in, maybe the playoff, maybe an all-star, I don't know. Things change. So you know how much a year could change a player's career and their
Sure.
trajectory,
Sure.
especially with
He has skills, but
especially with Jimmy.
Brandon Ward has skills.
Yeah, but he's in the same boat as terms of like Damian Lillard. He should have dipped. But I mean, granted, he got hurt.
He got
But
hurt, bro. He got chronic.
yeah,
He got hurt.
I'm,
I mean, he was supposed to be. If you got him and Dame together, what do you have?
you got probably.
And then you had Odin. What do you have? Let's see here. Ken Griffey Jr. is still top 3 highest paid player on Cincy's current play role. Baseball contracts are different. Big J, the best contract ever.
Even Evan Mobley. I wonder how much Evan Mobley auto is going for right now, FD.
Oh, it's not that expensive.
This is big, man.
I look at Mobley stuff, but Mobley he's a big man, but he plays a certain role with that team, and
Yeah, that stuff is 700 right now.
yeah, the power forward does the cleanup, does the tough work. They don't ask Mobley to do that.
It's supposed to be the next AD.
Who is it?
Evan.
I don't see it. Do you see that?
AD? I don't think AD. I think maybe better than it. I think, but I don't know. AD is just skilled differently.
Evan Mobley? I don't see that.
Even Scotty Barnes.
I see Evan Mobley as a defensive player with some offense.
What about your boy Kuminga? Ooh, Kuminga.
Well, Kuminga has a few. I've stated in some videos and some other stuff. Kuminga has some maturity to get done, and he has to work on his game. We keep Kuminga's only been playing organized basketball for like 3 seasons.
Man, this dude, 1,000 for him right now.
Oh,
Kuminga.
That's gonna come down.
It's definitely gonna come down. I just think he's. I mean,
you know what his prices were at the beginning of last year?
It was high. Yeah,
I hit someone that had a Prism Blue BGS 10. And what were they talking, man? It was like we went back and forth in different messages. Were they talking like 8 to 10 G's? It was something that I was like, "Are you serious? Are you for real right now?" Like, yeah, if I can't sell it, then I just hold on to it. Like, I didn't see that, but
even this France is going for the low. This France is a PSA 10 going for 30K, 35.
PSA 10 what? What kind of card?
The same thing. Just the Mojo.
Franz Wagner rookie.
Yeah.
What's the price on it?
No, his listing is 3,500. PSA 10. PSA 10 auto 10. It's probably C Blaz.
And that's his buy it now number?
best offer. So he'd probably go lower. But I mean that class. I mean 22. If I'm everybody, I'll be speculating on 20. I'll be investing in 21 and 20 right now because 19 is done.
I think next year is a huge year for Franz Wagner.
That whole class. This is the
Well,
year they go
Paulo is
crazy.
the man, so we got to see what's going on down there.
Yeah,
Who's that point guard?
yeah. It's between Jalen Suggs or whoever it is. I wonder what a Cam Thomas is going.
No,
But
isn't Fultz in there?
oh yeah, that's true. Huh? I forgot
I
about.
don't know what Suggs. Suggs, we gave his numbers a couple of weeks ago. Suggs is. I don't think Suggs is starting point guard.
What about Cam Thomas? I feel like Cam Thomas is going to be out the league soon. If you don't if you don't get his stuff together, because if he doesn't play a significant role next year with the Nets, they're gonna move from him.
He doesn't play defense.
That's what I'm saying. Like he has all the tools.
He should just go to Houston.
Oh
A
wow,
team that doesn't play defense.
they got his
But
auto.
he couldn't play with Porter Jr. because who's shooting the ball?
Yeah, his damn. They got a PSA 8, a PSA 9, auto 10 for 2K. Come on now, ain't nobody paying that. Now that has to be lower.
Reverend said something here about Mahomes. Notice every guy you named in the AFC, Mahomes is there.
Yeah, but
Army Addict, Army ATC 22 says going against Lamar, Burrow, and Watson would be hard on him. Look at all the talent in the AFC. So many good quarterbacks. True. Herbert has done better each year. Did make the playoffs and did make the playoffs. So he's showing improvement, which he is. It's got to see him take that to the next level. Feed the guys, what's up? Good evening. T Law has high expectation because the AFC South is a weak conference. Plus, he's adding Calvin Ridley as a wide receiver, who is a great wide receiver. Yeah, this is all true. Army Addict is when he starts talking, I'm usually co-signing that. The Reverend Hurts cannot have a bad year in Philly. John Jackson's song will be the effect if he does. I think Hurts is going to be okay. I could be optimistic on him. I just like the way he plays the game, doesn't take chances. He can run and pass. I think those kind of quarterbacks are hard to predict the defense for him. So Geno was a professional backup leading to last year. He's been learning something little by little each year. So from so many coaches, and finally got a second chance. Then we got Vaughn saying, this is my first time on a pod. Not bad. All getting your ish off. Thank you, I think, Vaughn. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Feed the guys. I'm officially rolling with the KC Chiefs. I'm going to be riding with my Angels. I don't know about the Angels, man. And Ducks, though. Been doing my research for more Chiefs greats and came across Otis Taylor. His cars are cheap.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
Oh, you went back with Otis Taylor. He just passed away in March. Great player. Tiger Dad prepared him for greatness. Oh, he did. He also prepared him for. Reverend, have you watched this Tiger Woods documentary?
What is it called? It's on HBO?
Yeah. Now it's on Max. It wasn't on HBO Max. Part 2, my question to everyone is, why isn't vintage soccer, hockey, and football card more valuable, even though hockey and soccer having similar years to the MLB?
I think it is. It's just in terms of like what market you're in. I think like who you're around. I'm sure there's like crazy amount of.
I also think football. I mean, baseball was the number one sport in America. So when we're talking about these cards, that was the number one sport in America.
I mean, I'm looking at some cards like the Topps Mini. I'm looking at those. Like those, I think are gonna hold value long term. Especially the autos. Aaron Judge. I just don't know about Aaron Judge right now.
What don't you know about?
I don't know. I mean, I love him, but I rather like just take my chances with Ohtani. But it's just weird. I just feel like Aaron Judge should get more love in the hobby because we're who he is and what team he plays for. But I just
he's batting .291 with 19 home runs and
Yeah, he's doing his thing, but I don't know. He has a personality. I just feel like I don't know. It's just for him being on the team, the
You think
Yankees.
people just hate on the Yankees?
I don't know. I just feel like his market should be higher than what it is, just in terms of like who he is and what he's done and the team he's on. But I mean, people going crazy for Otani, and Otani hasn't really won in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's just so rare. When have you
Yeah,
seen it?
yeah, that's the thing. He's able to do both, play both sides. So I get it. I understand, but I think
The
Aaron
River,
Judge should be up there.
the River says he has a Byron Nelson auto on card. That's a piece.
Who?
Tiger Woods, Byron Nelson, golfer.
Oh, mm,
Tiger Woods also only has 2 true rookie cards. True. Mantle, Brady, Trout, Jordan rookies are why everyone pays so much on the new big rookies. This is true. Everyone wants the next player that would be the next. People are looking for generational stuff right now.
that's what it is.
And we're in an era that we don't know who that person is.
Mm.
So people are speculating to the nth degree to find an individual. And we're sitting here right now. We can't say who that is. Shea is probably leading the pack right now, but we don't know in 3 or 4 years if somebody's going to surpass him. And I was watching some of his highlights Saturday morning on YouTube. He's just a low impact, very controlled player. He's the 180 away from Jordan Poole.
He plays in his own pace.
Yes. And
His
you're not
pace is
rushing him.
stupid. Yeah, you good luck. His
And
pace
he
is
has vision. Like he can see what's about to happen, stop, let you go by.
his
off the
counter
glass.
is good. Like when he drives, for him to predict the defense is gonna do before they do it is just like that's why his drive, like he's able to shoot a high clip. Is all his drives are like really not contested because what he's able to do, ball fake here, spin there, offhand, like I don't know. It's just like you said, he plays at a pace where you're not gonna speed him up, and he sees it happening before it happens.
Yes.
And the crazy part of it is he don't have the talent around him like that.
Nope. But Chet should be eating, man.
That's what I'm saying. So
Chet should have no issues. With a point guard like that?
him and Giddy too, and Giddy's the same way. Giddy,
Excuse me, point, shoot guard, but
yeah,
whatever they want to play in that set.
Giddy's the same way too. Like when he's handling the ball, he sees the play develop before the defense even
He does.
sets. So I just think
He's just got to get his mid range on.
their IQ, the two of their IQ is just on another level of this. Like okay, they're ahead of their game they're ahead of the game at their age. So
They
there's
might
a
be
lot
ahead
of
of the organization at their age.
yeah.
What the OKC is doing.
But I mean, we'll see. Well, they have all this. They have the tools. It's the same thing with Cade. They're same boat as Cade. They got to make the playoffs. There's no more playing.
Well, to me, there's so many questions in Detroit. I mean, Monty Williams is my first question.
I mean, that's the biggest one. But again, they got what they need to make a run to the playoffs.
Oh, we'll see.
They got it. I mean, you got a solid front court.
What are they doing there, Rob? Who's going to be on the bench?
I mean, if I were them, I'm
We
moving
can't play
Duren.
everybody. We can't keep playing everybody.
That's what I'm saying. You move Duren and you move Ivy. Get you a nice Jaylen Brown.
I've seen. I follow stuff from Detroit and look at comments from people. I know it's just the fans, but people in Detroit don't feel that way.
Oh, they want to keep Ivy.
They want to see Ivy and they want to see Duren,
Mm,
which is interesting to me.
very interesting.
And if to me, Duren, I don't see moves out of the post. I don't see a jump shot out of the post. And if Ivy is not giving him the rock, I don't know how many points Duren is scoring.
Yeah.
But maybe I have biased eyes.
No, I'm probably biased too because I'm like, yo, give the ball to. I was watching it. I was watching them play every time, and
Just give it to him.
just give him the ball. Like,
Let's work.
I agree. They should have definitely give Jimmy the ball more, but
Give it to him.
I think they were just the fact is just like everybody's thinking like, why are you coming in? Like, why are you guys?
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it. I think that was a big part of it. You're gonna bring a guy in and sit these guys down and give them the rock. Big part of it. But we got a coaching change. We sent our old coach to the front office. Let's see what's up. Fida God said he's with you. I'm on the same page with JG with kicking with older people. 100% agree. KG had to dip as much as he wanted to stay in mini. I never understood why he stayed there. I always coined the phrase of players are playing Kevin Garnett minutes when they stay at a team too long and they're not winning.
Mm.
Joker stuff will continue to sell if he continues to average close to a triple double each year. Easy on pace to be one of the best big men ever if he keeps good support around him. Absolutely correct. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Vegas Dave said that the sports cars are a fraud. Did he say that before or after he started burning stuff? When did he say that?
I mean, when you have a bad experience, of course you're gonna leave a bad review.
Did he
Yeah.
have? He didn't have a bad experience with Mike Trout though.
Oh, well, I mean, sports cars. If you got the money to invest and buy, then do it. You know, it's another way of saving and investing. It's just goes back to knowing the market and doing your research. You know, but
Army says I'm not fully sold on Giddy. How will Chet finally play and impact his play? Should be interesting to cover. These are the questions we talked about here. Chet coming in, how does it change everything? And can Chet play with Shaq? That to me, that's the biggest question that I have had all year, even when Chet got hurt. How does that work when he comes back?
they
Are
should
you
be.
doing any special roundtables or anything at the national? Well, I plan to create a lot of content for the national, interviewing a lot of people. Some of it's probably gonna be impromptu, and I see folks. But Army, we will get together. I'd love to sit down again for some discussion. Oh yeah, we'll get together. I'm gonna create a list of some people. You will be on it that I want to reach out to and probably set some stuff up before. I'll be there that Friday and Saturday. Plan to be there most, if not all, of the day. So yeah, we'll definitely get together. I'll hit you up before then. Schedule something with you. There are a few people I want to do that with, and then I know there are other people that, as I see them, we'll have some conversations and get some quick content out there about different things that we're talking about. But you're on my list, my man. For sure. Feed the gods. As of right now, the only quote unquote generational player that has some worthy stats behind his name is Mahomes. Who else has the same thing going for him? All PMs are open over at my Instagram. That's funny. I mean, we can say Mahomes because he's done. History, we just looks back over more years than Mahomes has been playing. So we just don't know what the next 5 or 6 is going to be like. We don't know in the game of football. Football is a contact sport. Hopefully Mahomes plays injury-free and does his thing, but we don't know. Army says I'll be there Wednesday through Saturday. So, okay. So sounds good, but all right. I would definitely hit you up. I like that dual logo man picture too. It's tight, man. Very, very tight. Nate, what's up? What's going on? What's happening in the talk? That's what we call it, JD. The talk. JD, what else you got, man? Anything else you want to dive into? We talked about a little Zion.
No, I feel like we talked. We did. I feel like we did.
Talk about a little NFL.
We jumped into a lot today. I feel like we did a lot in like 2. I feel like we talked a lot in 2 hours.
CP3. I hope he doesn't take. It's just me. I mean, I gotta get off the guy. I just hope he doesn't take a roster spot from someone that needs somebody to really contribute down the stretch.
Oh, you know who he is.
Now, when you pull your groin boxing out,
you're just old now. That's that old. That happens when you play at the gym. Like, damn, I pulled my groin. Like, doing what? Just inbounding the ball. Oh yeah,
man,
OG.
I was just actually going to the water fountain, man.
OG, it's time. It's time.
Pull my calf, man. Yeah,
there's a seat right there. Go ahead, big fella. Sit down. I mean, come on, FD. If you pull something at that point, like big fella, it's time to go. Next. Sometimes, things happen for a reason. Maybe it's time for him to dip.
Probably it's been due. But I think a life cycle of a player, you got some years at the end where you can't get paid for your services for your 10-year, as they say. But who else going to the national? Anybody out there? Haven't had anybody say, "Yep, FDJD, I'm up in there." Anybody up in there? I know we got Army ATC 20, but anyone else? Chicago's a great city. I'm gonna roll in with Junior and G. Can't wait for Junior to see the scene. See if he can make it through a full day.
Whew. He did good at Burbank, so I mean, we'll see.
Oh yeah, he had to go. Junior's young still. We'll have some kind of way for him to kind of chill out, free himself. Because you know the national man, just like Burbank, and this you can get overstimulated. Man.
I'll do it. I don't know. One day, I got to set this up correctly. One day I'm gonna go. Well, I don't know. I still
It'll
got.
be there for you, bro. So we're going to Cleveland next year for the
Oh,
national.
it's in Cleveland next
Yeah,
year.
they'll be back in this windy city of Chicago.
Well, we got our own national coming up in.
Oh, it's coming.
You
I'm
know.
gonna be on that Curry hunt.
Oh man.
So from September to December, my goal is to purchase a very nice Curry card. That's the goal. And I'm gonna stay focused on that. I see some bomb Shay. I'm like, I just gotta keep that price. I gotta stay focused.
Shit, man. I'm telling you right now. If I could, I'm gonna do it, FD. Don't let me get a nice shade. I already got one nice shade. I just need another one.
What about if he's MVP next year?
It's gonna be so hard for me not to be tempted.
Ooh.
But his what sold from him the other day? His PSA 10 Mojo sold for like 45. No, it sold for 42.50. My nine jumped up by like a good few $100 after that. So I'm excited what he's gonna do. Because I mean, who knows if he wins MVP or something? He's probably getting Luca prices at this point. Well, not Luca, but at least a little bit closer to that Luca price, I would think. So
Yeah, I mean, get ready, people. There's gonna be some new names in some of these top awards in the NBA. So just get ready because it's coming. So Nate, tell us what's in your PSA submission. Are you gonna wait till later when you get it back? Or maybe you don't know. Maybe at a stage where you don't know right now.
do you like I know you asked me this before we get off. Do you like that Nord, the sneaker spotlight?
Yeah.
Dude, there's this
You know, I
SGA.
picked up one, right? Didn't I
Yeah,
pick
the
up
Jimmy, right?
one? Yeah, picked up Jimmy. Yeah.
There's the SGA. It's a SGC 8 out of 99, but it's him.
You know
winning
those
the
cards
Grammy.
are hard to grade, bro. 8 is a very good grade.
So I might do it.
What's the pop on that?
I
It's a
don't know.
10. It's not a 10, right?
No, it's an SGA. I mean,
No, yeah.
SGC
No, yeah, but what's it out of?
99.
Okay, so what's the pop on that 8?
I don't know. I have to look on SGC. It's not PSA.
Oh, it's on SGC. Okay.
But the reason why I like it is because the shoes that he has is like on are like some Kyrie, so like it kind of goes hand in hand. So I don't know. He's asking for 1,700, but it's kind of high. But at the same time, it's not. So we'll see. So I don't know because if I buy it, I'm gonna crack it and send it to PSA and pray that it gets an 8.
Oh, it should. I mean, SGC is
No, but because Andrew's let me show you. I got it right here.
and just so you know, your internet has been excellent tonight.
Oh, thank God. It must be the rain. It must be the rain. Something about so Andrew, we cracked this.
Mm-hmm.
It was a SGC 9, and I took it to the card doctor. The card doctor thinking it might come back at a PSA 8. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, if everybody out there didn't see, I did an interview on Friday with the slab doctor. I thought it was a great conversation. He walks through kind of how he got started and how he looks at grading from a perspective as someone who doesn't work for a grading company, how he gives his potential grades of what he thinks the car will grade at. How does he look at a car that's already slabbed? Well, we went through a whole bunch of scenarios.
Oh, I watched it, and I like sitting down talking to him too about it.
Yeah, he's a great. I told him in the show, and I'll say it till the cows come home. He's a great resource of information from a perspective that most people do not have in a hobby that I don't have. Almost JD doesn't have.
He's definitely somebody I go to him now. I'm like, man, the way PSA is so inconsistent with the grades, I just go with him just to have a second source.
Yeah,
and plus, I mean, he don't charge. Maybe because we cool, but like he really don't charge that much. But I still tip.
You still got some cards that didn't get to you. Right?
Oh, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll talk tomorrow or later tonight about tomorrow's game if you want to watch it. Oh, are you doing? Oh, you're going live tomorrow, huh?
Supposed to go live tomorrow. I could push that date back, but I'm supposed to go live.
No, I mean if they win tomorrow, that'd be a cool way to like hang out.
No, yeah.
Don't start.
There's no if. You know I got that eye for greatness, man. Joker coming for it.
We only
I'm gonna be so happy for Porter Jr., Brown, players like that. Caldwell Pope.
shit. DeAndre Jordan about to get a ring. Who would have thought? Out of all the players out of Lob City, he's gonna get some. He's gonna
Yeah,
get a ring.
who would have thought he had one before CP3?
And Blake.
And you know Blake is about done.
Mm-mm-mm.
Did he get in that series?
No, fuck no. Hell no, he didn't play in that series.
What's on?
But yeah, man. FD, I appreciate. Oh man, we should go earlier. I feel like we get more.
I like 5 o'clock.
I
Now,
feel like we get more
now
stuff.
it's 7. I got a whole night ahead of. Sun's still out.
How? It is raining over here.
I got sun, bro. I got sun out.
Shit,
Yeah,
they must not like it. It's cool.
Sun's out. What was Zion saying? Buns out.
Don't say that.
That's my joke of the day.
FD, don't say that because I might take that seriously. Zion tripping, but FD, I'll hit you if everything doesn't fall through tomorrow. Let's try to watch the game or something.
All right, I'm cool with that. Also, next week we're going to have our 100th episode of Rolling with FD coming out, and we're G and I were kind of looking at it today. We're going to look back on when we first started. I'm amazed at how much Junior's grown. It's like our first episode. We went to a show. We went to the Westminster show. JD. It was the first time I met Prison. Excuse me.
Jay.
No Paper
Gems.
Paper Gems. First time I met Paper Gems. First time I really met and talked to the Great Curator. And they were set up right by each other. We're looking at film. I'm like, that's Paper Gems. Oh man, that's Dan.
Yeah, but Dan used to be more active at shows. Now he's just like walking.
Yeah.
Him. I mean, but he put in his work of like terms of like building his following.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's really like damn. Just thinking about it, like his growth from when I met him, like is just totally crazy. Totally crazy.
It's just interesting when you look back on episodes and remember things. And in that episode, I pulled a Aaron Judge mini rookie card out of 50.
You still have it?
Yeah.
You graded it?
No, need to.
Grade that. Because I mean, it's out of 50. How'd you pull out of 50? Hold on.
And I think it was marked at $45, $50 at the time.
Bro, you need to grade that. That has a high possibility of getting a 10.
Yeah.
Like it. I'm telling you, there's a high possibility of getting a 10 FD.
Mm-hmm.
And these are. Woo,
what are you gonna do with those Otanis?
I'm gonna hold them. I need to hold something of him.
Was that you I was talking to saying? No, I was talking to somebody from I was talking to Imani. And I was saying that I don't see a lot of Otani selling. And I was talking to a friend today that was at a show in Arkansas. I was telling him the same thing. But he said at his show he saw some Otani sell.
Bro, man.
That's a nice car, bro.
I'm telling you, I wish it was a 10, but whatever.
Hey man. Nice car.
Bro.
You know these cars, bro, you can still work your way up to if you want a 10.
No, it's obtainable, but I gotta stick to the plan, FD.
I just always think I'm just starting to think now. If you want something, just think about it. And you really stay focused on that, you will get that car.
Oh, you sound like Ralph Cards.
It's just not. Does he say that?
He has his motivational quotes here and there. No, but I agree. I'm just waiting for my.
I just have that feeling now. There's some cars that I owned that I thought I would never own, and when I stepped back and looked at them, I'm like, I don't know why.
That Giddy is a perfect example. The Kyrie Silver out of 25 from 2012. Like, come on now. But I'm just waiting for my Pokemon submission to come in, and then I'm gonna move that into. I don't know yet. I gotta see because that Cade is I'm really eyeing that Cade FD. So we'll see.
Well, like I said, he has a great center that people will talk about.
Yeah, I just don't want to wait till Burbank.
And if you want to know who that center is, this DMJD. He'll tell you.
His name starts Jimmy. But anyways, yeah, big fella, I'll hit you.
All right, everyone. I really appreciate you all being here. It's great. We got people in here who I always say this because spend their time anywhere. But appreciate you all
Mhm.
being here. And with us starting an hour early, hey, hit us up individually too. If we started at 5, how would you all feel about that?
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like we just went through a lot. Maybe it's a Zion is talking.
No, I also think I've been thinking about this lately. I think our rhythm is like I was looking at some of the first content that we were doing, and even my rhythm of the show is different now than it was then. I just think our
I think it's
rhythm,
more just being comfortable. I
yeah,
think that's what it is.
yeah, this role, we both know what we want to talk about and the ins and outs of it. Last comment, man, JD, let me hold on to some of those Otanis, man. If anyone has any rookie cards, hit
Man,
me up for some serious
I,
imports.
I'm telling you that trip to Arizona changed a lot of changed a lot of like what I have in inventory now because that Otani a lot just changed everything. That
Well,
that
you
lot.
hit me with a Wiseman card from out there that I stay in contact with the seller on. I haven't purchased
Oh,
it.
the one I told you, right? The one I
Yeah.
showed you. That Otani lot I flipped. I graded it all. I don't know if you guys know. I graded it and I moved most of it into that I think it was the Giddy or the Shea, one of the two. So like now, like I'm up. You know what I mean? So like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm
Grading
happy
helps.
for you, bro. And
Yeah.
you already know that whatever Shay I see or Giddy I see, I hit you with it. And that's another thing that JD and I do, so people know. We know what we both really like, and we hit each other up. It's not I'm gonna try to get this Giddy before he gets it. I know that's what he likes.
I mean, yeah, that's for right now. until Scoop comes in.
I think Scoot's
I'm just
coming.
kidding.
If I see a jump shot out of that man, ooh.
Dude, don't.
Then people gonna say Anthony Edwards. Who? Who's Anthony Edwards? What?
Oh,
What?
that is a good comparison.
Yeah, it is a good compare. I thought about that since day one. Yes.
I'm gonna look into that right now, actually.
Yeah.
As I
Go
go
ahead
get
and
the
check
quote.
that out. Don't let Scoot have a jump shot, bro. Or we get to working on one because his athleticism to the cup is top notch.
It's Scooter Henderson or Scoot?
I call him Scoot, but it's Scooter.
Oh, it's Scoot. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna look into this. All right, big fella, I gotta go.
All
All right,
right. Hey, have a good dinner, man.
I'll see you.
Talk to you. And we're rolling.